Hello everybody, welcome to the channel. This is Dragothien here. Welcome to the stream, I should say. Glad to have you all joining me. We're going to be doing more streams. I think everybody loves the streams here on the channel, so let's get that going in a little bit more of a efficient clip. Goosters, Momo, Daniel Balbuena, welcome to the stream. Some changes have happened overnight. We're going to be talking about a few things today. Certainly the 30 million account that you see in front of you, the continued activity and grinding that I'm doing to get that thing rolling. Let me go ahead and get all of the music going for us so we can get the ball rolling. I had to do a little bit of adjusting on the audio. Let's see here. Get rid of that going. That one gone too. That one as well. That one too. There we go. I like this one. Yun says 35 million kills, Drago. Well, I mean, if we can go for 30, why not 35, I guess? Why not, right? Why the hell not? Go ahead and adjust the volume there. So, Goosters, everything's going good. And, yeah, we're going to be streaming for quite a little bit today. We got a lot to do and a lot to talk about. Did your KBK get canceled? Daniel Balbuena. So, in 75, we are registered, but when we click it, it says no opponent found, which is a bit of a sham, considering there's 46 kingdoms that registered for this Strife of the 8. So, I don't know why this would be the case. It's a little bit of a nut blow. But, we're going to talk about this, and we're going to talk about a couple other things, and we're going to continue to push on this, because at the end of the day, this kingdom will eventually go into KBK, and this project will still mean a whole lot, because regardless of how heavy the KBK is going to be coming up, whether it's now, hopefully maybe it gets adjusted, I don't know, or in the future in 2 weeks, it will still be a great project for me and a great time for you guys to watch. Jesse James, good morning, Drago. Happy Thanksgiving from Canada. I know, I heard. So that still blows my mind. I have a few people, Jesse being one of them, from Canada, that I talk to on the regular, and Thanksgiving is in October. It's so weird. I know it's not weird for you Canadians, but for me, it's just weird to have Thanksgiving before Halloween. It just doesn't make sense to me. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, so no opponent found in this Strife for the 8. I'm hoping that they maybe find some opponents. I don't know. Something's got to happen, right? Something's got to go down, either now or in 2 weeks. So this is still going to be a great project for us to go through, and I have no doubt that you guys are going to have a ton of enjoyment from it. Leonards, which commanders are you going to invest in? Still toying around with it, but I think I'm going to go Saladin, Alex, Guan, to be my legendary commanders. I'm just going to have to invest frugally in them. I think I am going to pull back from the max YSG route, just because I feel like maybe I'll get a little bit more value from the rest of them. And plus, I've got 2 more weeks, so I have a little bit more time. I get 2 gold heads a day on this account, so I will get a little bit more time to accrue some more sculptures and maybe get another skill or 2. Madwing 5245, Guan good in half, or should I reset him to free to play? I'm free to play. No, you're good. That's a good Guan. I'd sit tight with him if you're free to play, especially. I would sit tight and move on about your business. That's a great Guan, and it's 95% effective, so you're in great shape. 97% maybe even. MRC206, welcome to the stream, buddy. Tran, hello Drago, have a good day. I will, and you have a good day as well. I'm hoping everybody in the channel has a good day today. So we've already done 1 rotation of Guardians on this zone. The Temple Guardians are done. I may need to see if I can get into this zone to start doing this zone too. I've got some more to do. I could probably do, I think these 2 on the right need to still get done. And I still need to go at the top of this zone and start these as well and get those Guardians going. But before I start doing that, I told you guys that I was going to give you a roundabout on all of the accounts that I've got, where they're at, what I do to maintain them, and all that stuff. So this stream's going to be a little bit more than just watching me do my 30 mil grind, but also showing you what else I've got to play with. So when the time comes, which is coming very shortly, considering 916 is in KBK, and they found an opponent. They found an opponent for 916. So we're going to be going into KBK first in 916 now, and then later it seems in Kingdom 75. Now, one thing to keep in mind, guys, again, this is Chiskul's kingdom. This is not my kingdom, so I believe he's going to be putting a video out on this subject, so make sure that you watch that when it pops out, because again, this is his kingdom. He's on the leadership piece of it, and what the impact of this possible KBK change would mean. So he's going to have a lot more insight into what's going on here than I will. I'm just here to do my 30 mil project and have a bunch of kills on it. Hopefully 30 million kills on my 30 million account. He's going to have a lot more insight into what that means for Kingdom 75. So make sure you stay tuned and stick your eyes on that video when it comes out. Oh, the video's already out. Okay, good. So make sure you have watched that if you haven't done so already. And certainly, again, I'm going to be doing my piece over here as well. The last I checked, it hadn't released yet, so I think it must have just released. Hammam. It will be insane if 412 and 307 join next register. Again, I'm not in leadership in 307, so my perspective is not ideal. But it depends on what else is paired up. So if it's just 307 and just 412 against a bunch of non-Imperium kingdoms, I don't want to have anything to do with partnering with that. I want to have a fight. So that would be the idea. I don't want to do anything fighting related that's not a best matchup situation. So I hope that we'll fight 412 if that's what ends up happening. Now, if it's a bunch of Imperium kingdoms, like 5, 6, 7 Imperium kingdoms, then yeah, maybe there is a partnership situation there. Are you good in experience for the moment? Tybalt, I'm always working on experience. So I've got my Minna to level 60. I've got my Pelagius to level 60. I've got my Sun Tzu to 46, my Baybars to 43, my Ethelfled to 42. And I've just been grinding Guardians nonstop, and I'm going to continue to do that until it's time to fight. I think that I'm really going to get a big boost once we actually land in KVK on this account, because I'll be able to get access to all of those camps and the Crusader Fortress Guardians, and I'll have access to all the Barbarians in KBK, Lost Kingdom, and that will obviously be really nice because I'm going to be having to grind those KBK Barbarians to get the experience I need to get these guys up to snuff. So we're really going to have to see how this works out. There's some action points. I like that. Need that in my life. When do you think the next pop-up will be, Johnson? So if they don't go into KVK this time, I'd imagine it's going to be somewhere in the neighborhood of 2 weeks from now. So the pop-up will be in probably about 10 days, and then they'll go through the whole matchmaking and nonsense process again. My biggest concern is that, and again, I don't have any leadership push or anything in 307, so I'm same thing here. So I'm completely up in the air and you know, swimming with the flow of the river when it comes to how these two kingdoms decide to do their KBKs. I'm concerned that my 307 KBK will be at the same time and against or together with 75. So that would be a huge blow for what we're trying to do here. We're gonna have to stay tuned and see how it plays out, but I'm hoping that 307 and 75 don't match up on the same map. That would be a huge blunder that I don't know if we can get around that, because I'm not going to fight myself in KBK, and 307 is my main, so one of 307's is my main, so one of my mains is in 307, so I would definitely be playing that one over this 30 million account, so that would delay this project even further, and I'm hoping that's not the case. So I may be reading a little too far into it, and you know, we'll see how that goes. When do you think the next pop-up will be? Just answer that one. Agent Lost, 916 is going for Heroic Anthem, ? Yes, we signed up for that, and they found out. In fact, let's go ahead and let me go ahead and switch accounts. I'm going to hop into the castle real quick, because it shows my account information whenever you switch on an iPad. So let me go ahead and do that really quick, and we'll hop on to 916, and we'll go ahead and see how that KBK is looking. I'm gonna have to go to 916 because I'm on my second account on that account. All right, so let's see. Do you guys already know against which kingdoms or possible opponents? We'll check the map here. Obviously, this just happened yesterday, so Heroic Anthem opponents were found, 140 kingdoms to deploy. And again, we're an A kingdom, guys. We're a strong A kingdom in 916. We're not Imperium. We intentionally did it that way so as to be able to still be flexible with getting people in, etc. So, and we still have some room to go down even further because there's still 3 or 4 people that are here that shouldn't be here from their performance last KBK, and they're just perma-bubbled. So we're going to have to wait and get them when the time comes. But in the meantime, we do have a KBK that is starting. Season starts in 2 days, 8 hours, which means we'll start pre-KBK in 2 days, 8 hours on my main in 916. And we'll go ahead and go to the... Let's go ahead and zoom out and see if any of the maps are put up. I don't think they are. I still need to... Do I still need to get this? I still need to get the Lucerne. Well, let's go through the Lucerne thing, too, because I'm not sure if I even care to get it. We're doing Heroic Anthem in 916, so let me zoom out here and open the maps up for Heroic Anthem. We are still in the off-season, so I don't think it's going to put us in there just yet. I don't think it has us in any Heroic Anthem. Yeah. We're still not in any of the Heroic Anthem maps, so we don't know who is going to be on it. However, I think that some of the early thoughts are that 365 will be in our KBK. That's a thing. Also, is it 606 or 666? Rosa, Kingdom of Rosa may also be in our KBK as well. I think 556 and all those other ones that were supposed to be in the Strife of the 8 this time around will probably do the same thing next time. I'm not sure. 412 could possibly be in the KBK as well, I believe. Or did they register? Have they already registered? I don't think they've registered. 401 also has not registered yet. I believe they're going to be registering next time, so they won't be in this KBK. But 365, I believe, registered Heroic Anthem, so they may be in our KBK. So we're going to have to see. We're going to have to wait and see. A few more days, and we'll know exactly what's going on. Benix, yes, this account is ready to rock and roll. We've had maximum waiting time between last KBK and this KBK, and I've been stockpiling. I've been getting all my farms, loading my resources up. I've had a couple people just donate me resources as well. Some people that left to go into other kingdoms drop their stuff into my account, so we're ready to go. We're ready to go for long and good fights in KBK on this account. And again, this is my main account, guys. So I do need to recharge it a little bit. I need to get some stuff from the VIP shop, and we have the wheel coming up this week, which should not be a bad idea to go ahead and get rolling. Let's go ahead and get some of these done too. What things about KBK getting canceled? Sherlock. So again, the folks that registered for Strife of the 8 this turn, some of the big kingdoms that were in the registration for Strife of the 8 did not get match made. They didn't get matched up with anything. So unfortunately, they have to wait. They have to wait to next turn. So a bit of a hiccup for what we were doing over in 75, because they were one of the kingdoms that lost their matchmaking process. And again, that's just, it's not just the fact that it happened, but God, man, when you sit there and wait and you get amped up, you put your expansions, not that my 30 mil was doing this, but the bigger players, right? You put your expansions on, getting ready for training phase of pre-KBK, and then the first week of doing all those events that pop for KBK. And I mean, you're doing all that stuff to get ready, and then all of a sudden, boop, you're done. And it's not like it was even foreseen, because there was 46 kingdoms that registered for Strife of the 8. That should be more, in my opinion, way more than what you would need to put together the KBK that was shaping up. I don't get it. I sent you a screenshot of all the kingdoms that registered. I know you had mentioned a couple. All right, I'll deal with that later. Okay, so these are all of them. Yeah, I did see this. Oh my god, it's so zoomed in. All right, so other A kingdoms that registered. Are you sure these all registered 100% for Heroic Anthem, Sky? $100%. 100%. Latest Gaming with a $2 donation. Can't take my eyes off the dragon logo. So cool. Thank you very much. Put a lot of money and time into that, actually. And I appreciate the donation. Thank you very much. I figured we needed to get the real deal here, because we're the real deal here, so you guys deserve the best. 365 is signed up for Heroic Anthem, can confirm. Alice, I know, yeah, so that one's a definite. But any of the other ones, like 474 and things like that, I don't know. Well, Skywalker picked Heroic Anthem because he was king at the time. You really think they will get 30 million kills this KBK without spending any money? David Lammers, that's the plan. I believe it can be done, and that's why somebody challenged me to do it, and I said, sure, let's give it a shot. And again, I think I was kind of, you know, curbing the expectations a little bit and saying that, you know, even if I get 15, 20 million kills on a 30-ish million account, I think that's pretty damn good. Wouldn't you agree? Wouldn't you agree, you know? And Jop, yes, that does give me more time to grind up on the account even more. That's very helpful. But at the same time, again, it's kind of a possible disaster because it opens up the possibility of 307 and 75 matching up on the same map, and that would be a huge disaster for what I'm doing. So I'm hoping that with this delay, that doesn't happen, because that would be a mess. A mess. Yeah, 254, 846, 556, and 75 at least. All were basically given the curb stomp on the registration. So 846, that's a bit of a bummer because now they're going to be randomized because this was their fourth turn. So 846 in particular really got the shaft because they don't have the opportunity to pick their KBK anymore. And God forbid, March of the Ages pops up and then it auto assigns them in March of the Ages. Oh my God. Could you imagine? That would be a disaster. A disaster. .401 needs a little rest. Okay. 256 also went for Heroic Anthem. Okay, so they're also in the running there. So let me open up the... Where'd it go? Here it is. So A seeds, we have 365. We have 256. Those are both Imperium. And those are both registered Heroic Anthem. Then we've got 666 and then 916. So those are the top four in power. And then you've also got 593, 647, 612, 921, 341, 721, 753, 2100, and then it continues to go down the list. I see 30 in there as well for HKL. And then you've got some B's, C's, and D's that registered. So obviously the C's and D's likely will not be in the same map as 916. Maybe a couple B's might sneak in. It depends on how they organize the map. Keep in mind for Heroic Anthem, there are only 4 camps inside of the map. So if there's 2 Imperiums that have registered, they will likely put those together. And then you have to figure out where the other A's will be on the map. Are they going to be part of Imperium camps? Are they going to be part of their own camps? And then the strategy and the Diplos start to come into play on how it's going to play out. So there's a lot of things happening in 916 that we need to make sure we are all over and ready to rock and roll on. I do need to do my Mightiest Governor stuff on here to get the 2 stars and the gems. And by doing that, I will also get Warpath finished up as well, although I probably won't do the siege units just because it's siege units. So let's go ahead and do that while I'm on the account. Is 307 going to sign up next to join in that KBK with 254? How let me? I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know what 307's doing, and I don't have any influence on that. And if I did, it would be purely personal influence. And that's, again, why I haven't ever asked to have any influence in 307 when it comes to KBKs, because it would strictly be because I'm like, okay, well, I'm on my 916 account, or I'm on this account, you know, maybe you can wait a week or whatever. That's not obviously what's best for 307. So I have no say in how 307 operates their strategy, their timing, or anything. So I'm just there to fight, and I'm usually dropping 10 million kill or 10 million dead and 100 million kills every KBK there. So that's always fun. But yeah, that's up in the air, I guess, is the best way to answer that question. Let's see if there's a rune over here for training. There's a research speed rune, resource production, action point recovery, food production, research speed again, food gathering, gold gathering. Ooh, that's nice. A gold gathering. That's very nice. So no training speed runes at the temple. Let's see if there's anything over at the shrines. I guess I should look in the SQ shrine since that's where I'm at. This one here. There's a troop attack, food production, troop defense, wood gathering, gold production. What do we got? What do we got? Action point recovery. There's 2 more runes down here. Troop defense, action point recovery again. Sorry, Drago, I'm just intrigued because you say it's disaster of 75 and 307 in the same KBK. It's a disaster for me. Personally, for me, it's a disaster because that means I'll have my main account in 307 pitted up against, or together, either one, whether it's together or against, with my 30 mil project, and that's exactly what I don't want. I don't want to have to either fight with or against myself with this project that I'm trying to do. So we'll see how it goes. I think that 307 likes to do heroic anthems. I don't know how that's going to match up with 75. So maybe that'll kind of play itself out the way it needs to, or not. It's just going to be a mess. 7% training room. Look at that nice flag there that I should have looked for at the very beginning. All right, here we go. Let me go ahead and teleport over here and get that training room, because I do have a little bit of training to do, and I'm not going to have a whole lot of resources to do it with. So freaking 7%. At least give me a 10%. Let's go. Let's go. Horseman. 35 seconds. Thank you again for that donation, Latest. Appreciate that. Damn, so 846 out and 307 in. Well, no, that's not what I said. That's not what I said at all. Blaze Daily. 307 hasn't registered for KBK, so I'll show you. I'll show you when we get in. Come on, Drago. At your power, you need even Siege to get 30 million kills. No, you do not. Now on my 30 million account, yeah, I'm going to get every reward that I possibly can. But no, this is my main account in 916. So no, there won't be any Siege made. Do you stream KBK from other kingdoms? Because if you do, my pass is open in a week, and we have 5 out of 6 Imperium kingdoms. Is this the KBK Season 2 KBK that you're referring to? And yeah, I do. If there's nothing else going on, and I don't have anything else to stream, I definitely do try and cover other KBKs just to give some visibility. Let me do my reset stuff while we're waiting around. Siege is used to rob other players and barb hunt when you're out of the other 3. Well, I'm not out of the other 3. And I just use what little siege I've got and normal troops to rob players. Letio, welcome to the stream, bud. How you doing? Gecko Gaming, rip the dream. It's not rip. It's not rip. It's still going down. Just might need to wait a couple weeks. And hopefully, again, 307 doesn't pair up with 75 in the same KBK if they were to register. So that's my only concern. That's my only concern. Otherwise, everything is basically business as usual on the project. It's just a matter of, am I going to get the same kingdoms to fight against? The 846s, the 556s, maybe 412. I don't know. 401 possibly coming back next week with the registration. I don't know. We'll have to see. Let's see how it plays out. But again, no matter what KBK you're in, a 30 mil account getting 30 million kills, to me, whether it's an easy KBK or a hard KBK, it's still very difficult to do. So the project is still on, and we're doing what we need to do. Dry's crew. Yeah, KBK 2, we had 6 Imperium from the 8, but 1 lost their Imperium, so now there are 5. Yes, I did see some stuff about that on Facebook. So yeah, I don't mind doing that. If you want to shoot me a message on Discord, my Discord number or my Discord ID is in the description below. If you want to shoot me a friend request and a message whenever you're getting ready to go down. If I got nothing going on, I'll pop over to it and show everybody what's going on. I feel like 846 is going to get scammed with March of the Ages. Oh my god, could you imagine? I said that earlier. Because they can't pick. 846 is truly screwed. Because they can't pick, and if March of the Ages pops up for them and they get March of the Ages as the random assignment, I feel like they would quit. And I wouldn't blame them. Gecko Gaming, I mean, easy peasy, bring the main near the 30 mil, feed it kills. I'm not doing that. Come on. You should know better than that. You even said it in your stream. You know I wouldn't do that. You know I wouldn't do that. As you can see, I do absolutely nothing on Sunset Canyon. I just hit attack, and I just do it for the rewards, and that's it. I don't try and change my rotation around or anything. It means nothing to me. It means nothing to me. God, I can't wait to be able to use all these VIP points for level VIP 20 or something. That would be nice. Alright, let's send our farms out, and as always, gold is always the limiting factor for my accounts because I pound through gold like some things I can't say on stream. Alright, let's go over to my alt account in 623 and do the same thing. Yeah, Gecko, I saw that. That was pretty impressive. The Attila flag. I think there was one Attila flag that had non-cav in it. That hurt a little bit, but it was pretty good. Mr. I'm high off music. Yes, so this was 846's 4th pop. That's why 916 had to choose this KBK, or else it was going to be random next turn. So 846 obviously was in KBK with 916 last go-around. So that's the deal. It's going to be a little rough for them. They got... Definitely out of all the other kingdoms, they got shafted the most because they have no choice but to pick. Or they can't pick. They have no choice. They can't pick what they're going into, so they're going to have to kind of roll with the punches. So I do this multiple times per day on all my accounts just to get this stuff up and running for you guys so that you have content. You have battle content, you have commander maxing content, you have all the top tier stuff and all the free to play stuff and everything in between. Gecko, so I pulled my second 307 account out of 307 and moved it to 623. It was about a week ago. It only picks the registration period. It only picks the KBK randomly after the registration period is over. That's not the way it was described to me. I thought that if you didn't pick on the 4th turn, the 5th turn auto-assigned you, like right off the bat. But maybe I'm wrong. I haven't done that, so. Arflex, why 623? Good question. So, it was between 623 and 2000, and because both of these are AA-ish kingdoms that are heavy fighting kingdoms, so I wanted to, again, just have another avenue to bring you big KBKs that I'm participating in and fighting in, so that you guys can see that content and have a good time with it. That's really it. I had some friends over here too that I talk to on the regular. I can see Lilith smiling behind his monitor about 846 and March of the Ages. They would not smile about that. That would be a bad thing for them, a very bad thing for them. That would be a very, very bad thing for them. I definitely need to get some resources on this account. The gold is, you know... Oh, God. I need more gold. This is mostly an archer account, so we're going to go with stone next. Except for that one. God dang it. And how about wood? There we go. All right, we got farms out. All right, let me switch over to my other account, and we will do 307 next. We'll do 307 next. Wasn't this account 60-something mil power a while ago? No, there's another 65. I have a 65 mil account still in 916. So that's the other 60 mil account. All right, here we go to 307. Did Chisco cancel their KBK? Well, there's no way for Chisco to do that. He registered, and that's all he can do. Lilith canceled the 75 KBK. Medic the Massive, I thought Moda says coming soon and isn't an option yet, meaning some... Well, here's the thing. Some kingdoms can. Some kingdoms have it. It's weird. It's very weird how it's done. Wall machine. Oh, there's Mad Phantom buying a bunch of stuff again. That's what he does. Possible to join 307. 307 is Imperium, so if you're under 35 mil, yes. If you are over 35 mil, I'm sure they've used all of their tickets at this point. Still no training buff in 307 yet. No, they couldn't let 960 have a tough KVK. That is the reigning champions of Osiris League, so you never know. You never know. Just kidding. That's not what they do. Us free-to-play players can give you advice about training T3. So I've heard that from you like 50 times. I got it. I got it. T3 to T4. I got it. I got it. For the events, T3. Upgrade them to T4 during the events. I got it. All over it. You don't have to be free-to-play to know that. I've just never had to do that because I just haven't. I just train stuff when I need to train stuff. How come 960 get registration but 75 didn't? So from what I understand, and I think here's the crux of the matter, and I wanted to make sure that, again, I didn't step on Chisco's toes on this situation because, again, this is his kingdom. He's been gracious enough to let me in and, you know, let me do my thing. I think the way the matchmaking system works is it starts from the bottom up. That's the only explanation for what just happened, in my opinion, because if you start from the bottom up, you start to eat all those smaller kingdoms that could have been put together in a camp to offset the magnitude of kingdoms like 75, 556, 846, etc., joining that KBK as well. So if you started from the top down, obviously each camp would have gotten its own Imperium kingdom, and then all the other camps would have been filled with all the A-B kingdoms that were registered as well to fill in the gaps of the power. So obviously with 307, or I'm not sorry, not 307, 75 or 556, like they're some of the biggest kingdoms. 846 I think is the biggest kingdom in the game, or pretty close to it right now. 307 kind of being in there too. They would have, let's just say, 35 million power in their top 300. And I don't know what the calculation is. Lilith doesn't put out any of that information. But let's just say for shits and giggles, it's 35 million in one camp. Well, that means that, you know, you have the option with 46 kingdoms registered that, say, the Forest Camp or, you know, one of the other camps in the bottom left corner would have to match that with a certain number of kingdoms. So say there's 3 A kingdoms or 2 A kingdoms or 1 A and 1 B, they would need to be 25 and 10 million to equal 35 million. And then that would be the evenness of it all. So I don't know. I don't know how it works. Let me check something real quick. Tatan, I don't speak Vietnamese, so I can't speak to you on that, and subtitles are not allowed on live stream. So, Gecko says you need a TP to Zone 1 by a level 2 Sanctuary, 6 times level 6 gold nodes every time. Yeah, I just haven't rotated around yet on that one. I just recently landed. Brandon Dean, I agree. It's very sad. I wish it was ready to rock and roll. I was looking forward to getting started on both accounts. Why your Alex has Siege. Ledio, well, I sent it out to farm. Murius, I'm doing very well. Thank you for asking. Murius 13. Videep Kumar, hello. Welcome to the stream. Yanni. Vedant is okay, so he's talking to Vedant. How come 360? Yeah, I think I already talked about that. Videep Kumar, I'm doing very well. Thank you for asking. Life is great. Life is grand. Cannot complain one bit. Still awaiting the arrival of baby Drago. And that's, again, I think at most 2 weeks away. So sometime between now and 2 weeks from now, we're going to have a new baby on the horizon. And I've got my phone ready to rock and roll just in case the wife calls and says, hey, going into labor, I'm immediately going to shut the stream down and jet. So if that happens, that's what happened. I mean, why 846 players base do this? They're calling out 307 for fight with them, which they also skipped for 4 times themselves. No, Ritik, 307 just landed. I'm not sure. I think I know what you're trying to get at, but you can't listen to any of the kingdoms BSing on Facebook or anything, because most of the people that are doing that on Facebook either have no control over anything that happens anyway, or are insignificant to begin with. So you just can't. you can't get wrapped up in it. I'm guilty of it myself. I get wrapped up in it, and I'm like, wait, who am I talking to? Like, who the hell cares about this person and their ideas or their opinions? I just heard that 2261 and 2281 is going to betray us in our KBK. They are our allies, but people are saying they will betray us. Dries. That would be interesting. Big difference. S Ninja, really wish they'd buff the epic gear drop at least. Yeah, that'd be great. That would be great. Milo, Sarmad Shahid, hello, both of you. Welcome to the stream. Videep Kumar, I'm glad you're a fan, and I appreciate you joining the stream. As always, everybody else as well, welcome to the stream. We're going to be streaming for a little while today. Again, I'm going to be maybe... I hate doing this because I commit and then family happens. Anytime I say, hey, I'm going to do this, and then something doesn't happen, it's because family. And when I say family, it's the wife. So I'm just going to say, I'm going to be streaming more. I'm going to be streaming a lot more versus putting videos out. In fact, the majority of the videos that I put out will be based off of content from the streams that I do. I'm going to be probably more on the daily stream cycle and more of a streamer than a VOD content creator, I think, going forward. I think everybody here just has a great time and much more interaction. I love talking to you guys in person, in real time, a lot more. I can answer a lot more questions this way instead of hurting my little thumbs as I type vigorously and furiously in the comments of just regular videos. So, Astronomer, can you show gear? Sure, I can do that. Now, this is my 307 account, so don't get upset, because it's good. Harmon RuPaul from New World to Rise of Kingdoms. Get in there, Dragothien. That's the idea. That's the idea. Yeah, it seems most people do, Yanni. So I give people what they want. That's the idea. We have no Marauders in 1075. That's correct, because the KBK is not done. Ben, that guy, why don't you make a video and expose Lilith, making KBK hard as fuck for young kingdoms coming into Season of Conquest and facing Powerhouse and OL finalists? Like, how is this fair? Your comments all over the place, but what would that video look like? Like, what am I exposing? You guys know I'm always good for a good rant on this channel. Whenever Lilith does something, I won't say stupid, but not smart, is the idea. New subscriber, Muhammad Hassan. Thank you very much for subscribing. I appreciate you. Yeah, what would that video look like? I don't necessarily know. Let me pull up this as well. What is this? Where is this at? I don't see the thing for it. That's weird. Activity feed's not there. Okay, so Sunset Canyon is done. Somebody asked for equipment, so we can talk about that too. Let me show you my Saladin. Doesn't have equipment on. Really? I guess since I switched it to Attila. So this is my Attila equipment. Kind of average, to be honest, except for the accessories, obviously. But the actual equipment's really average. It's all procced, obviously, but it's not top tier. Yeah, my Alex doesn't have the equipment either. It's the Attila. Here's my Guan. Pretty good gear here, but no procs, unfortunately. Didn't get lucky on any of the procking that happened here. Ramses. Why? Oh, I have Ramses second to Cyrus. Here's my Artemisia gear. Again, need to proc. In fact, can I refine this stuff yet? Okay, good. Refine. Let's get that procced up. Confirm. So that's procced. Can we proc this too? Yeah, see, we're out of revival gauntlets. Blueprints, so I can't proc that one just yet. Harold's not. Cyrus has some gear. Same thing. Full proc. No extra accessory over here. Nebu, no gear yet either. Trajan, very average gear. Very average gear. I need to definitely work on Trajan's equipment if I'm continuing to bring him out. Pakal, definitely top tier gear. This is one of my rallies. And then Gilgamesh will also have some pretty top tier gear as well. Although I do need to replace all that purple with legendary set for the Archer legendary set. I need to do that too. Why no mixed troops in Trajan? I have mixed troops for Trajan. John Wayne. It depends on the situation. Was wondering which infantry pair is better, Charles or and Martel. Well, Charles and Martel are the same commander. I'm not sure. Charles and Martel. That's one commander. Vadeep Kumar. It's Charles Martel. Look at 1v KBK as pure joke. What's the joke about it? Ben, that guy. The Saint, will we get skill reset items anytime soon? I've been asking forever about getting skill reset stuff. It's just it's all I've always been told. Maybe it's coming, possibly. I don't know. I'll talk to the team, and then I never get anything back. MD John, he has power and equipment, so it doesn't matter. Can you check for how long I've been a sub here, Drago? I can't. I don't have those analytics. If you were a member, I can check how long you've been a member. But just a traditional subscriber, I can't see how long you've been subscribed. I don't have that analytic to look at. 1v aims for easy kicks, nothing new. I'm assuming KBKs. Hayden Cams, is the 30 million kill goal still happening? Yes, it is. That's not going away. It's just delayed a little bit. We're just going to have to wait for another round of KBKs coming in a week or two. Yanni, well, at least now you got extra time to train troops and get your commanders to better play. That's the idea. That's the idea for sure. 100%. Let's do that. I'm waiting for a training buff now Warpath still gives me sovereign keys in 307, which is interesting. I think it's just we just landed from KBK less than a week ago. I think the next times it'll be more like all the other camps. Pakal is the truth. I don't care what anybody says. I agree. He's really good. Ben, that guy. They flexing on free to play and laughing at them for not having good commanders. Well, I mean, they're toxic. I mean, what do you want? Lilith isn't doing that. That's the kingdoms that are doing that. Sarmad Shahid. Thank you for becoming a subscriber on the channel, my friend. Good to see you on the stream. Dragothien, which pair is better, Charles and YSG or Richard and YSG? I like Charles and YSG. Charles gives the bonus damage to YSG as a secondary. Richard will keep your army alive more, but you will also fill your hospital more. You'll do a lot more damage with Charles primary versus Richard. Both are about the same, though. I wouldn't really worry about it one way or the other. Both are about, you know, roughly the same. It did, Sermad, it did. Akuan, Drago, hug from Brazil. Thank you for joining from Brazil. Thank you very much. Glad to have you on the stream. Hamodi, Drago, what you will get if you get 30 million? I don't think I have a prize. My own personal satisfaction, I guess, would be the reward. Okay, let's send some farms out here. And then we'll move on to the next. All right, so far we've gone through my main, my alt main, my 307 account. We still need to get to my 65 million in 916 and get back to the 30 million account to start killing some more Guardians. All right, back to the castle. Is the Carack War Drums worth it? I would have at least one. I would have one. If you have the opportunity to get a KBK Heroic Anthem accessory versus that, though, I would value those more. They're more impactful, I think, than anything else. All right. Here we go. iPad time. Hey, Miss Maya, how you doing? Good to see you in the stream as always. Oh, that felt good. Is Lilith who gives the path to it? It's Lilith who gives... Yes. It's Lilith who gives the path. In life. Okay, this is Drago Dad Moment 101. And maybe this is just my personality more than anything else, but in life, I mean, there are some things that we can control and there's some things that we can't control, and there are some things that we can allow to get under our skin, and there's some things that we can ignore. And I think this is one of those things that you're talking about, Ben the Guy. I think this is one of those things that, can we control anything about it? Like, if I did a rant video, would that have an impact? Probably not. And would it benefit me to do that? Probably not. It's just one of those things where, just like in life, everything's not fair. This game's not fair. I mean, you can pay to win. So that's just, you know, one of those things that you just kind of gotta let slide, and don't go after it. Don't go after it. Just be about your business and what you can contribute and what you can control, and you know, it's one of those it is what it is situations. What languages can you speak, Drago? English. I know some Spanish. I know some Turkish. I know some Arabic, but very small amounts. Not enough to have anywhere remotely close to a conversation. Westy West, welcome to the stream, buddy. Good to see you. Tet, also, welcome to the stream. MH Loxus. Oi, sup, Drago? The baby coming yet? 2 weeks. Sometime between now and 2 weeks from now, baby Drago is on her way. Dipto Islam, opponent of 75. There is no opponent because the KBK got canceled because they didn't want to match up anybody with the big Imperium Kingdoms in the KBK that was coming. Action Spot, yes, the KBK got canceled. Make sure you check out Chiskul's vid. Again, this is his kingdom, so he is the one that handles all the 75 stuff. I'm just here getting 30 million kills on a 30 million account. That's the idea. Let me jump over, speaking of which, to my 65 mil account in 916 first and do that rotation stuff and get rolling on that. We've got Paulo Jorge with a new sub. Thank you very much, my friend. Appreciate you joining the channel. Here we go. Are you still grinding the 30 million kills? I will be, just whenever KBK comes around. I have a little more time to prepare, which is nice. I just hope that 307 and 75 don't match up in the same KBK if 307 decides to actually declare for next KBK. Who's better for a minimum investment to be paired with a maxed YSG, Nebu or Ramses? If you want more damage, I'd actually say it was Nebu, but if you want more kills, I would say it would be Ramses. Because both can be 5/5 Both can have 3 skills max, I should say, because Nebu, his 3rd skill, I believe, is a rally skill, so it needs to be 5-5-1-5. Let me double check that just so I'm not telling you something that's wrong. Yeah, 3rd skill is a rally skill, so it needs to be 5-5-1-5 for Nebu, whereas with Ramses, you can go 5-5-5-1, and that's easier. You don't have to worry about using skill reset tokens and all that stuff. Let's see what we got here. Gonna pop that. Thank you, Mr. Amhoff Music. Appreciate that. Grixis Gaming just finished KBK 1 and no Alex yet. Well, you're not gonna see Alex yet. Alex comes after Saladin and Genghis. Jess? Right? I believe so. I don't think I'm mistaken there. Vasilis, who is better for a minimum? I already just answered that one question. Kerber, is it worth the time to have a farm colony? I'm playing 10 plus a day and was thinking about that. Yes. If you want to be able to fight in big KBKs and you don't have the ability to rely on other players in the kingdom donating you resources, then yes, you need to have as many farms that you are able to maintain as possible, especially if you're a heavy fighter. Yes. MH Loxus, how dare you? 30 mil T1 kills, let's go. No. No. Myaresh, hey Drago, can you show Commander and Gold Heads in 1075 count? I can. Yes, I'm going to get back to that in just a moment. Let me send my farms out. Make sure this account is all buttoned up. Damn it. Come on. Come on. Come on. Let's get more gold. Always need more gold for my main. This was actually the account I was asking Chisco to let me bring over to 75, but no ticket available. Not King Spartan. Shout out to 2221. Guerra 17. Your KBK canceled and you're back to which stage? Back to the starting to square one. To there is no KBK until they re-register again, I believe. Alex comes during KBK 2. There you go, bud. Who is Chiz talking about in 846 that has talked trash to Chiz? Dude, pick one. Are you serious? 846? I don't have enough fingers and toes to tell you how many people that could be. Come on. Are you serious? Elevate. No, there will be a KBK still, but it's going to be for 916. We registered Heroic Anthem in 916. So, as you can see right here, we are registered and an opponent was found in 916. So, my first KBK from now will be 916. You'll be getting the full experience there. And then, obviously, when the 30 mil project that we're doing goes into KBK, you'll be getting that full experience as well. What happened to your KBK? Why is it canceled? Well, it said that no opponent was found, but obviously there were 46 kingdoms registered for that KBK, that Strife of the Eight. So that again, I explained it earlier. That leads me to believe that the way that they set up the maps for Strife of the Eight, or any KBK for that matter, Season of Conquest wise, is they start at the bottom and they work their way up. Otherwise, if they start at the top, which is to me the way to go, and work your way down, everybody should have, if you have 46 kingdoms that registered for Strife of the Eight, you should easily be able to put together at least two full maps of KBK opponents there with the power levels that are there. So obviously the 46th ranked kingdom is not nearly as big as the 1st or 5th ranked kingdom that would say be 75 or 846 or 556 or whoever, right? But a combination of those bottom 5 or bottom 4 kingdoms could be, you know, an equal power level in a camp to go up against an Imperium kingdom. So if you started at the top, you could easily do that. If you're starting at the bottom, you can't, because if you start at the bottom and you have the bottom 30 already registered in a map into a KBK, and then you have the top 10 left, and there's 8 camps, excuse me, in Strife of the Eight. Well, then, yeah, there's going to be a problem there, because 4 of the camps are going to be worth 3 of the other camps by themselves. So it's just not going to work that way, and then they're going to say, okay, well, we couldn't find you an opponent. It should go the other way. Start from the top, work your way down. You could definitely find opponents that way. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. That's obviously a fundamental flaw with this, and this is a huge issue that the developers need to fix, because not only does this mess up, you know, the actual KVK itself, but it messes up the progression of what kingdoms are doing. Like, they set up their kingdom calendars and their kingdom activities based off of KVK. That's a big part of the game, one of the biggest, in fact. So big deal that this happened. But again, goes back to one of those things I was talking about earlier, that dad moment I had. We can't control it, so we have to hope for the best and see what happens in the next KVK. Hey, Drago, was wondering, I don't really have Wheel of Fortune commanders. I only have YSG, so I was thinking to start a restart project to unlock all infantry Wheel of Fortune commanders. Is that a good idea? It depends on how far you are into your current account, but you will be able to do that. I think you said earlier that you're a free-to-play player or a very low spender. I wouldn't worry about it too much. You'll be able to unlock those in your dailies at some point. Obviously, the wheel commanders will be able to be unlocked in Season of Conquest through the wheel. The wheel will have all of them available to you, so you don't have to worry about that. And you also have the Legendary Tavern. You also have the regular Tavern. So there's tons of ways that you can get the commanders that you want. And especially if you're free to play, you're not going to have the ability to max more than a couple legendary commanders within that first year of playing anyway. So I would just continue on, unless you only got like 500,000 power or something. That's easily a restart. That's not going to impact you very much. But if you're, 5 million, 6 million, 8 million power, that's nothing to sneeze at. 10 million power, something like that, you can certainly keep going and you won't miss anything. Elevate, Chisco made an interesting video about the future of the game. Did you see it? I did. I did see it, and I actually asked him after I watched it, is it okay if I piggyback off of your video? Because it's something that I was planning on making a video very similar to that, kind of state of the game. I know that Gecko does that a lot too. He has a lot of state of the game videos. He wants to kind of keep people up to snuff on what's going on there. I did want to do something similar to that, and that's, as I was thinking about that project, that's actually what kind of led me into this 30 million kill project that we're doing, because a lot of the gripes that I hear from the community, including myself, are centered around Crystal Tech and how Season of Conquest works. And I didn't feel fully qualified to talk about the free-to-play's woes or the free-to-play's needs or the perspective of the free-to-play low-spending player in Season of Conquest KVKs to have that argument or to have that conversation. So that's, again, a big part of what led me to, alongside of the challenge from people on this channel in this community that said, hey, can you get that? Okay, well, I'm gonna try. I mean, I'm used to getting 80 to 100 million kills every KVK that I go into, but I'm also used to having 100 mil plus accounts with top tier commanders and top tier equipment to do it. So we're shifting gears and trying to see how we can, as a free to play player during a KVK, a Season of Conquest KVK with Crystal Tech, how we can compete at the highest level. And this KVK that was coming up in 75 was a great opportunity to do that. Now with that not happening, with the KVK being canceled, it will still happen. We'll still have that same result. We'll still have that same experience. It's going to have to wait. We're going to have to wait for 2 weeks. Camille Quayraw, hello, welcome to the stream. Memento Mori, I restarted at 16 million power. Don't sweat it. Don't look back. You don't need to, though. You don't need to. You really don't need to, especially as a free-to-play. If you expect to max more than one legendary commander every 6 months, you're crazy. You can't do it. There's no amount of time pumping into this game that you can get the amount of necessary legendary gold heads to do anything. So let's go ahead and switch her up back to the 30 mil account. Let's be killing, while we're sitting here chit-chatting and having a good time. Let's go ahead and start killing some more Guardians here. All right, let's go. Here we go. Ooh, is that 25? It is a 25. Go ahead and use this to bring my marches out. That's perfect. It's so much faster to bring stuff out on an iPad. Oh my god. It's just amazeballs. Really. Ronnie's also launching a full free-to-play account. Yeah, I saw that. Bob Hentz, can we see your equipment and what you are planning to craft with the 30 mil account? Yes, I showed it on the last stream as well. If you missed it, make sure you go check that out. I know it's like 3.5 hours. I'm working on putting my daughters to work to get them to put a timeline together for me on all these streams that we're going to be doing on the channel. But in the meantime, it is in there. But I will of course, you know, refresh you on that. Love you too, Camille. I love you just as much, Ben. Yeah, we'll do a 24 just to make sure we're not going maxing out our AP. After KBK 3, when you get to choose who to spin for, does YSG pop up again? Yeah, I believe so. If not, again, he's on the dailies. You can get him that way. I don't think he's on the Legendary Tavern. He's definitely not on the regular Tavern. As a low spender, I can agree. I have 4 expertise legendaries after 510 days. Alex, YSG, Gilga, Neb. Those are really... That's good picks. That's good picks, Viper. That's very good picks. Miss Maya, I'm not a meanie until you start slinging cats at my face. Ooh, there's another 25. I can start on the left side. It's no problem. Ronnie back to making videos? Question mark. It sounds like it. I think his last video made it seem like he's going to be, which is good. That's a very good thing. No, you calm down, Camille. MH Loxus. Hey, Drago, I hope you didn't forget about the Barbarian search button. I didn't forget about it. I'm being efficient. I hit the 25s on the way to the Guardians because, so here's some other useful information I picked up as I was doing this stuff. Killing a Sanctum Guardian, it's about the same as killing a level 25 Barb. So as you can see, let me open it up for you here. I got 3.9k on Double C and Charles on this level 25 Barb. Let me show you what I get off of this Guardian. Ooh, super chat. F my life. $1.16. Let's see if you got a message in there. If you just, yeah, no message. 99 cent, 99 euro, 0.99 euro. How do you say that? Is there cents in euros? Or is that just a dollar thing? Either way, thank you for the donation. I appreciate that. With the trees, the little sticker, super sticker. I like those. Guys, remember too, if you're a member, you get access to freebies. As a member, you start, as you watch my streams, you accrue points, and you can use them to send stickers. You can obviously use the emojis I made for you guys. If you're a member, why don't you throw some emojis up in the chat? That'd be awesome. Some hype emojis or GG emojis or king emojis. I don't know. Whatever you want. Whatever you want. Whatever you guys want. Since your KBK got canceled, maybe they have a ticket for your T5. It's possible, but I actually don't want to do that. I want to do this project. I really want to do this project. I'm really keen on getting this information because not only for myself, but also for you guys to see if it can be done. And maybe after the project's done, maybe we can do that. But again, that would be not up to me. That's up to this kingdom. It's their kingdom. I have no control over anything that happens in it, other than the kills I'll be getting in it on this account. Cents are in euros. Okay, so cents as well. Okay, so 99 cent euro. Would you say it that way? Hamodi, yes, I am American. I live on the East Coast, just south of DC, the nation's capital. From the South, a little bit of a Southern twang. If I get upset at somebody, I get real Southern real quick. If I get upset, I get real Southern real quick. I'm not gonna lie. Uh-oh. Huzzah. Mark Torres, good morning. William Tedjo. Why don't you join 254 as invited? I actually reached out to 254, believe it or not. I asked them. And never got back. They never got back to me. I was actually gonna bring my 100 mil account over there before I brought it to 623. Oh, look at that. I got a crappy I got a crappy blueprint. This is the helm. The green helm. I'll happily make a new account. They were also out of tickets, by the way. Now that I remember. I do remember. It took them a while to get back, but then they were out of tickets. Okay, then I will follow your advice, but I'm still not sure on how to get Alex Guan. Maybe that's a video. Maybe that's a video I can make for you guys. How to get the... I mean, I could just show you. Beauty of streams, right? Because I don't know how well that video would do. So how do you get them, right? So obviously, with this upcoming, right? So this upcoming MGE, if you click the commander list at the top where Mightiest Governor's at, I can actually use my thing here to... Here we go. This one right here. This right here. You can click it, and it goes all the way back. So Tamiris is in the Edward category. And as your kingdom ages, as you join Season of Conquest, you'll start to get access to the bigger tier commanders. Now, in the meantime, you'll be able to do this as well. Now, as far as YSG, Guan, I don't think Guan's on the daily. But for instance, YSG, he's one of the very earliest ones. So you have all the tavern commanders, and then you've got Richard, which is a wheel commander. You've got YSG right here, which is a wheel commander. And again, you change out your commander right here. Change out your commander right there. And you just keep on going here. El Cid, here's Khan, there's Alex right there for you. Edward, Saladin, Constantine, and Tamiris. New subscriber, Andy Knott. Welcome to the channel, bud. Scupper, welcome to the stream. And hello. MH Loxus, I will happily make a new account near your 30 mil and fill it with 30 million. No. Bad member. Bad member. Call me developer. Okay. Drago, can you show your T5 accounts if possible? I did, Sarmad. The last hour, I went through the rotation. I'll do it again if you guys want to see it, just to resend out farms and collect all the goldies, all the gold chests. And attack your city. No, don't make me put a bubble on every single time. Just say 99 cents if it's less than €1. If it's more than €1 and 24 cents for... got it. Okay. Thank you for culturing me on the euro. I needed it. I mean, if you guys donate or you know, even if you don't donate, you just talk in the channel. I want to be able to address you properly. If I say your name wrong, call me an idiot and say, this is how you say my name, and I'll try and remember. And, you know, I want you guys to be included and involved. I want you to feel like home with your family. Dang, how'd you get all those resources in a short amount of time? Jun Choi. The kind folks in 75 just basically told me to come to this alliance and I'll give you a bunch of resources. And then they put a little marker on my city and said, needs resources. And 50 people sent me resources. And I did that like 5 times in the other alliances in the kingdom. And then this is what I ended up with. That's pretty sweet. Set blueprints in now. A joke. Can't get them unless you pay gems on events. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. Even my main accounts are struggling with some of the higher end blueprints to get them. And I do the egg event. I do the hammer event for the most part. And then I do Esmeralda. I do all that stuff. And I do daily Sunset Canyon to make sure I get everything I can from Crystal Keys. I do all of it to try and get the accessories and, I'm sorry, the blueprints that I need to get everything procced up that I need to. Sarmad, please show your speed ups and equipment. I've done that on previous ones too, but we can do that. First off, let me use these VIP points. Bingo, bingo. Equipment. YOLO. So this is my equipment. I need more. I can't remember. Owned. I think I need more of the halberd. I do. Yep. Confirm. I need more of those. And I think I need more windswept. Let's see. Windswept. Helm is not bad. Windswept bracers, maybe. I don't need more gatekeeper shield. I have those. I'm only using 1 infantry march, so it's not a big deal. And boots. Ooh. I guess we'll just do the bracers. It's fine. But here's the equipment that I've got, and I've got them spread across Sun Tzu, Baybars, Pelagius, and Minna. I also have some harvesting gear on Bjorn right now because I'm not 100% on whether I'm going to use Bjorn or not, but I may need to make another set for them. And then speed ups wise, we've got the same as we've had, kind of minor amount of building and research speed ups, a decent amount of training speed ups, but not much. And then my healing speed ups leave a lot to be desired. And then finally, my universals look decent. I've been getting a lot more since arriving in 75 and being in a main alliance. That's helped quite a bit. Because I had this account in a secondary alliance, so I wasn't getting many chests every day. Let's see what we got here. It's how we call me on Discord. Gotcha. Mark Torres, sir, if you can explain how do you go about not zeroing yourself during KBK? I want to be as active as possible, but destroy myself in the process. So it's all about expectation, Mark Torres. So as a 30 million player, I'm not sure what power level you are, but I don't expect 30 million players. I don't give 30 million players a dead target or kill target for that matter. I don't give them anything to do. Like, just if you want to come and have some fun fighting and stuff, by all means. If you want to throw an army or two in the flag, by all means, do it. But I don't set a requirement for a 35 million or even a 40 million player for that matter in kills or dead. It's only when you start getting to that 60 plus million range is when you start to, in my opinion, get assigned some dead targets because you've got a certain amount of troops to play with. Don't cripple yourself as a lower power player, especially if you're not a spender as well. Don't cripple yourself by throwing a million troops away at a 30 million clip. It's just not smart. You're going to have a good KBK, but then you're going to have to skip the next 2 KBKs to recuperate. So that's just me. That's the way I do it anyway. You're still unable to get the Dragon's Breath boots. MHLoxus. Yeah, they're tough, man. They're tough. Vadeep Kumar, the problem is my kingdom has 2125. Has put MGE limits. Max amount is 500k and below. So you're talking about they have a fixed MGE, and that's going to happen. That's fine. Again, the MGE commanders, you can get 100th place multiple times, and those aren't usually fixed. The 100th place is not fixed. You can get 100th placed a few times, and then you can unlock the commander at that point after. I'm not sure how many sculptures you get, maybe 5 times. And then you can go ahead and pump universals into that commander once you unlock it. That's a possibility. Omar Timmersman, I have a question. I have been playing this game since 2018. Yeah, me too. Oh my god. But I don't have any legendary commander expertise or level 60. What should I do? What do you want to do? That's 3 years. You should have some commanders, legendary commanders maxed. If you don't, I mean, I just have to say you're probably not playing very often, but make sure your epics are maxed. I mean, again, this account is mostly going to be epics and legendaries that are not maxed. So, and we're trying to get 30 million kills on it, which is going to be very difficult. Okay, so it's 50 and 51. So get 50th place and just do it 10 times. That's the only way I can describe what you need to do. That's the only way. Rflex is 40 mil. I had 8 million kills and 1.2 million deads this KBK. That's solid, man. That's more than I would expect from any 40 million player in my kingdom to have. That's just a really good high five and a pat on the butt. Really. Okay, let's see what we got here. I need to find another XP rune. Mine expired. See if this one's done. This one is done. Yep. Is this one done? It is. All right, so it's time to move. It's time to move. Let's move. We were trying to get to T5s before pass opens. No. Astronomer Abdulrahman. This account will not be T5. I won't even be max tech on this account. we're playing. The idea behind this project is to play as a free-to-play would during KBK. Most free-to-play, not all, because some people have been playing this game for a long time and you just get there eventually. But most free-to-play don't have T5, and even if they do, they don't have, you know, millions of troops to play with and top-tier gear and all the best commanders. So this account will be played completely free-to-play from a Crystal perspective on Season of Conquest when we actually get to go in. But any spending I do right now is going to be to get the account to where it needs to be, because right now it's a farm account. It's not even a free-to-play 30 million account. Bang it on screen. So yeah, I know. Finally, I'm actually awake when you are streaming. Awesome, Destruction. Welcome to the stream, bud. All right, let's find another spot. Let's find another hot spot. Is this one done? It is not. Sweet. I'm gonna start from the top, work my way down. Let's go here. Teleport. I don't know. I just habit of doing that. Just habit. I need to get my Saladin inside here as well. I might drop the Kusunoki and add Saladin in. Yep, let's add Saladin. There we go. I just joined Pablo. I just joined the back to game after 2 years of stopping. I left the game after KBK Season 2 after zeroing myself for KBK. I had almost 10 million deads. Wow. Were you rallied? Or were you just throwing stuff in rallies and flags? That's impressive. Sarma, Drago, can you show the rankings in 75? I guess. For alliances or for... And you got your individuals. Mrs. Vic. Buddha. Bacchus. Shadow Adam. Sif. There's Chisco at level 6. Number 6. Groggy. Woody Wood. Chuck Money. All these guys. Guys and gals. There you go. Oh, so that sitting next to you might have some T1s in it. No! Go away. Your troops count, please. There you go. Good morning. Last day of my 4-day weekend. Speaking of, happy Columbus Day. Thank you very much. Crypt Keeper. Yeah, the kids are off today. I'm surprised Wyatt hadn't run down here and caused some havoc yet. Kids are off today for Columbus Day. Or as some countries call it, and I think we're probably very close behind, Indigenous Day. Indigenous People Day or something like that. Flags and rallies. I was top tier player in the kingdom, so I felt like I had to do it. Well, that's good. Why'd you quit, though? You just didn't feel like repowering up, or? T-Rex, Drago, more time for you to power up. Exactly. Exactly. It's going to work out. It's going to work out, guys. Cav much? Yes. Well, that's the thing. I made a crap ton of Cav in case I decided to do something like this, and here we are. Lo and behold. Yes, Canadians, it's Thanksgiving weekend. I commented on that earlier in the stream. I just it blows my mind you have Thanksgiving before Halloween, but, you know, it's Canada for you, I guess. Which commander will you invest your gold heads in, Drago? Speaking of gold heads, somebody asked me how many gold heads I have, so I'll show that to you as well. Should be like 730 or something like that. I want to say, did I just pass it? I did pass it. There we go, 732. And again, this has been saved up for about 2 years. 2.5 years. Well, really a year, because I like just didn't log into the account for like a year too. Do you reckon we will get boots and sea battles? Or boats and sea battles? Richard Clark, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. See how that goes. I'm thinking about investing in Saladin, getting him to like 5551, Alex to 5511, and maybe Guan 5111. I'm going to need a little bit of help to get Guan, though, because he's not in the dailies, and I'm probably not going to win an MGE on this account. Not probably. I'm not going to win an MGE on this account to get Guan, so I really don't know how I'm going to do it. I don't know how I'm going to get Guan. Oh, that's right. Guan is the wheel. Well, yeah, there we go. Just got to wait for the wheel. I remember when I got zeroed, it was around the time the bug where you could rally forts and get more troops back. That's nice. Yeah, Guan's wheel. I had a brain fart. For some reason, I thought he was an MG for some reason. Like, for no reason, really. I'm a mid-spender and I'm thinking of quitting playing Rock. I can't keep up with all the events. Don't try to keep up with all the events, especially if you're a mid-spender. That's the problem right there. As long as you, like, once you get yourself in the mindset of, I'm a mid-spender, I can't have everything. I'm just going to have fun the way I want to have fun. Then the game will be a lot more enjoyable for you. And I have that problem too. I'm a heavy spender and I still don't get, everything I want in the game. And sometimes I have to tell myself, listen, I'm not Mad Phantom. Drago, you're not Mad Phantom. Drago, you're not Baba. You can't have everything in the game. Even though you spend a shit ton of money in this game, you can't have everything. I have to tell myself that sometimes, Blake Navarrete, thank you for the rooting. Appreciate that. Richard Clark, on the trailer for PC version on Boudica table, there were boats. Yes. Yeah. I think there's some kind of a leak out there too, from what I understand. Thank you very much. You can make 2 legendaries to 5551, right? So it's 380 heads per legendary to get to 5551. So it's 760 sculptures. So I'm 30 short, but I'm sure I could get there by the time it comes around. I could. Sajit, KBK got canceled, maybe because of server crash fear. That is a nice conspiracy theory, and it would be a valid one. I just don't know if it's accurate. There's no real way that anybody's going to know that. Drago, go for a full Cav account. Well, that's basically what my main is, except for Zenobia and YSS, and now Artemisia and Mandatory. Sarma, Drago, can you show your T5 account, please? I have already. We'll go back to it in a little bit. Right now, I'm killing Guardians. This has been my main activity for the last, 5 days. Collect gold chests from ABG. Dipto, already did that. Done and done. I've already done that twice today. Kidding me? Siam, do we think we will have 35 gold heads event for Halloween? Probably, right? Probably. Got to go with the probably on that. Can you show me your commanders and equipment on this account? So commanders, 60 Mina, 60 Pelagius, 46 Sun Tzu. Here's my equipment for Mina right now. I've got some more upgrading to do, obviously. Here is my Sun Tzu. Again, more upgrading to do, obviously. Baybars, same thing. I do have everything procced on them. I need boots for my Cav. That's really going to be a big deal. And then I will make some gear for Ethelfled. I will likely have Ethelfled as a 5th March, I think is the way I'm going to do it. So right now I'm going to have Mina, Pelagius, Baybars, and Sun Tzu as my primaries, and then probably Ethelfled as my 5th March. And either have Joan with Ethelfled, or likely try and utilize her damage bonuses and throw Kusunoki behind her, or... You could use double C back there. Although it's not the best. I like the AoE. Let's see. Quick game 2 months ago. 825 days of gameplay. It was much easy to quit after new equipment system. Yeah, it's not easy. This game is not easy, guys. It's not an easy game, and it's not a forgiving game either. Astronomer, what are you saving your gems for? The wheel. The wheel, my friend. Saving my gems for the wheel. Hey, Drago, how's your tech looking? Maxed? No. No, there's no max tech on this account. Are you kidding me? Crypteaker, Chisco got a response back saying they couldn't find a properly balanced matchup. But I saw that screenshot floating around out there. I think it's BS, personally. Only one that got in was 960, I do believe. I think 306, maybe, got in as well. And again, we talked about it earlier. If that's the case, that means guaranteed that they start from the bottom and work their way up from a power standpoint when they're doing KBK matchmaking in Season of Conquest. if that's the case. If so that's the only possible way that can happen. If you start at the top and you work your way down, there's no way you couldn't have a balanced KBK. You would just have to have 3 or 4 kingdoms in one camp, which is doable, and go from there. I mean, that's it. Easy peasy. Ong Thant Han, did you know bye will shave his head when you got 30 million? No, I didn't know that. Did he really say that? That does give me a little extra motivation. Ooh, there's 25. He said he'll shave his head. I mean, I guess that's a big deal. Gian Borden, you're very welcome. Exequiel. Is it worth to max Alex? Yes. And Guan when I'm in Season of Conquest. I have max Khan, Nebu, Tommy, Ramses, Attila, Takeda, and 555. This is a really good setup, man. Good deal with that. Yes, max Alex. Don't need to max Guan. 5 something something 5 is fine. And I would then start working on some of the other... It sounds like you're more of an open field person, so start working on the newer archer commanders as well. You got Ramses in there. You see Tommy in there. You got Nebu already. Go get Cyrus. Go make... I mean, is your YSG not maxed? If your YSG isn't maxed, max that next. 100%. Destruction KSA is 9 million power good. Have been playing for 150 days. I'm free to play. Yes, that's perfectly fine, man. Whatever power you are is just fine. Like that. Don't let somebody say, "Oh, you're this power and you've been playing for this amount of time. You're not good enough." Like, you know, your power is your power. Power is not... I don't identify goodness with power. You identify other stats with goodness. DM you in game on 75 account for some advice. Check please when you can. Marianki, I will. Or you can just ask here. That'd be fine too. Neelot, yo Drago, Lilith blocking this crazy KBK is so lame. I agree. I agree 100%. And again, guys, if you haven't done so already, go check it. Not that he needs my plug, but go out and check out Chiscool's video on the KBK that just got canceled in 75, which is where this account is. We were doing the 30 million project on. Go check out what he has to say. I haven't gotten to actually watch it yet because I started streaming right after it posted. But my feelings on it is their matchmaking system needs to be fixed, because if the response is the accurate thing, that's the problem, where it says that because your power is so high, we couldn't put together a fair KBK with the kingdoms that were involved. That's bullshit, because you should just change your matchmaking process from starting at the bottom to starting at the top. If you start at the top, there's tons of kingdoms to use to put together in camps to make that a fair KBK. So to me, that's BS. If that's the way it actually went down. They're saying that they can't adjust anything. Well, sure they can. You're the developers. You made the damn game. But besides that, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. We have to roll with the punches. Next KBK, hopefully, will be just as good. And hopefully it won't have 307 in it. They nerfed Epic Gears Drop. Now free-to-plays are dead. I don't know if that's the case. I don't know if that's the case. It doesn't help. Certainly doesn't help, though, but they're not dead. I'm sort of new, but running out of commanders noodles to use, as I can't max legendary commanders since I don't have enough heads. Which commanders do I use for 3 marches, cavalry, PvP? Well, that's kind of what this account is. I do have Mina max just because I bought Mina maxed way back in the day, like 3 years ago. But if I didn't have Mina, I would be using Baybars. I'd be using Pelagius. I would be using Sun Tzu. I'd be using... what else? I mean, we got all kinds of... That's what we're going to be using, basically. You can do Belisarius Double C. You can do Baybar Sun Tzu. You can do Pelagius Osman. That's 3 really good cav marches right there. Yeah. And you do get some gold heads. Feel free to use Saladin 5551 and pair him up with an Ethelfled or something like that. Or a Double C. All very good setups. Mando Theory, you had 126k last stream. Now you only have 96k. What did you spend? VIP stuff, and not on VIP gold heads. Just I don't have VIP high enough to get gold heads. I just did the normal rotation, did some speed ups, and that's about it. Ath Evil, those who spam, they quite give me their darn accounts. You will not spend money in crystals. No, I will not. I won't spend any money on crystals. I'll be playing this. When this goes into KBK, when this account goes into KBK, I will be playing it like a free-to-play when it comes to Crystal Tech. Bye-Bye says it's a 0% chance you get 30 million kills. Well, it has to be more than 0, right? Because it's doable. But it's pretty low. But again, that's the whole point. That's the whole point of me doing this. That's the whole point of me doing this, is to check and see if it's doable, and how hard would it be, and how much time did it take, and how much AP did I need to use to get to you know, usable Crystal Tech to open field fight. You know, can you still use epic commanders in KBK Season of Conquest and be effective? Can you use those 5551 Saladins, 5511 Alexes, and expect to get okay results? I mean, those are all the questions that most people want. They want answered, right? If it's just a matter of can an experienced heavy fighting player do those things, and that's what I'm trying to do. Shisu, what happened to matchmaking? Over the last hour and a half, we've been talking about that. Basically, they dropped the KBK because of reasons. I don't even care at this point. We just need to get into KBK at some point. That'd be great. Free to play. Do we need to max Ramses for field fight? No, 5551 is fine. I do have an Archer Commander Ranker for you to go check out. It gives you all the minimum use Archer Commander skill levels to use on the open field. Go check that out. Is 2050 a good kingdom? Never heard of it. Don't know. Soft 99. I'm free to play. Mess. What? I'm free to play. You mess with my 5531 Guan? Well, I would try and get it to 5 something something 5 if you have any skill reset tokens. But if you're free to play, I mean, 5531 Guan's fine. I would move on to YSG if you haven't maxed that. Alex, if you haven't maxed that. Cryptkeeper, 100% agree. Plus, they are losing a crap ton of money as well. Yeah, exactly. I will not give you any resources, though. Cassio, free to play or dead quite some time ago. I disagree. What the? What's happening here? It's already hard enough to not insta-kill these lower guardians. But let's go. All right, Sora. Hi. How far away did you... Oh, you teleported by me to do this. Come on. You don't need to do that. Really? Do you actually have commanders that you need to level? Ethelfled. Hello, hello. Yeah, hi. I see Trajan in there. Drago, hit me up after stream. Need to chat. Okay, Sky, no problem. Probably going to stream for another, I don't know, half hour to an hour, something like that. Are you just going to... Let's go. Let's do this. You gonna try and get in on this? Oh my god, look how quickly it dies, dude. Come on. As long as I get my XP, I don't care. But they already die so quick. Bag 11, the KBK got postponed, yes. That's a good way to put it. You don't tell me to charge, I tell you to charge. You take the lead of the 30 million player, okay? That's how this works. Get in there, buddy. They already die so quick. I do have YSG maxed out. I forgot about him. Okay, so I max Alex. Yeah, get Alex max. Work on Cyrus. If you have Ramses max, which I think you said you did. Yes, Cyrus Ramses is one of the best kept secrets in Rock right now, guys. If you have Ramses and you don't have Cyrus maxed, you're doing yourself a disservice. Suleiman Ibrahim says, I'm going to zero you, Drago. How dare you? If you do, I'll be very upset. Please don't. Please don't. It's the first time I've had to ask nicely to not get zeroed. Have a free-to-play... What? Hold on. Too late, buddy. These die too quick. These die too quick, man. Have a free-to-play... I can't read that. Fend with 94 million power, 2.3 billion kill points, and 11.9 million deads. Free-to-plays is still doable. That's crazy stats, by the way. Crazy stats. Suleiman. You just gotta be a little bit like Drago and ask nicely, and you know, maybe they'll hook you up. Oh, you left? Where'd he go? Oh, you did leave. See ya, Sora. Sorry. If these had more meat on their bones, we could both do them together, but by the time I hit them, like, for 3 seconds, they die. See, look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, like 4.5 seconds, they die. And that's with my inferior account. Once you touch them, it's boop. They instantly turn into a fine mist. Suleiman says, just joking, bro. Ruz will kick my ass. Well, tell Ruz thank you for saving my ass. See, Cassio, if you're in a big alliance, it's totally doable. And I am, so that's kind of nice. It's kind of nice. Although I may fight in a different alliance. I may fight in, like, PO or Tigers or something. It depends on the objectives. Like, if 75 is up front and their directive is to hold the line against, you know, 2 Imperium kingdoms, that might not be the spot for me. Maybe I need to be over in a different spot, you know, where I need to be, you know, taking care of their B team or something. Like taking care of the opponent's B team, and maybe that's the spot for me. We'll see. I mean, I'm gonna do whatever they tell me to do. That's part of the project too. It's not just, you know, going around and farmer killing, and definitely no feeding. So I mean, I don't feed anyway. That's not what this project is about. But yeah, I'm gonna be doing what the kingdom needs me to do. That's the idea. All right, we got some more over here. This takes a little bit of a walk. Try to do it in a small kingdom. Cassio. Well, in smaller, I guess that's kind of a catch-22, isn't it? I mean, in a smaller kingdom, I would assume that obviously in a smaller, like a C or a D kingdom, right? The opponents aren't as crazy. And obviously the amount of fights may not be as long or extended or whatever. What's the expectation of a small kingdom from a 30 million player? Is it 30 million kills? I mean, like I said, in big kingdoms, there's no expectation for a 30 million player. So I guess, again, that's something that I would need to be told. Because, again, I'm not in any small kingdoms either. You know, does a small C or a D kingdom expect 30 million players to contribute a particular amount of dead and a particular amount of kills during a season of Conquest Kbk? That's a good question. Shattered Grieving Soul. I'm a Cav player, max tech, low spender. Awesome. Here are my 5 marches. Until it's Kata, Max, Saladin Khan, 5551. Is Khan 5551 as well? XY 5525, William 5511. Oh. Alex YG Max, Martel Richie 5544. Any suggestions? I would need to know more than that, but yes, there are tons of suggestions. For the sake of the rest of the chat, to keep up with it, what's going on and everything, hit me up on Discord. In the description, my Discord ID is there. Send me a friend request and then ask me that question. I'll be happy to answer it for you. But there's a lot of digging that goes into these types of things. This used to be a perk on my channel with the top tier of membership. When people got the top tier membership, I would give them a 30-minute rundown on their account and tell them what they should do with what they had to work with and what they should work on next. But I took it down because it took a lot of time, because a lot of people took advantage of that. Suleiman Ibrahim, oh my god, where did you get the resources? Already answered that one. Let's see. Ben Cutie YouTube, what's the pattern of MGE and Wheel commanders? I believe It goes infantry, archers, cav, and then leadership / garrison, and then it swings back around again. Graham, if you somehow get the opportunity to migrate a T5 account, will you? It's possible. I've got a spare 65 mil account. Definitely not before I do the 30 million project that we're doing, but afterwards, if it's in the cards, that may make sense. Arflex, I want to see Drago teleport literally in the front flag and solo fill it. But you'll instantly see everything get deleted because I have no garrison commanders, and I don't have max tech. So no. So no, that will likely not be happening. Unless it's at the very end of the KBK and it's just for fun at that point. Vision, to be honest, he's in third alliance with not many pay-to-win players, but yes, the more spenders around you, the smaller the gap is between free-to-play and medium spenders. Exactly, yes. No problem, Shattered Grieving. Farzal, Aliancia. Did you open up all your resource tokens? You got so many resources now. No, this is actually contributions from Kingdom 65 or Kingdom 75. Sorry. Kingdom 75 has hooked a brother up. I think I went to about 5 alliances to get this many resources. Tired Leon, in our first KBK, there was one guy with 3 accounts. They were all 140 million. In 916, we had the same thing. We had the same exact thing. Spartacus FCB, you planning on increasing power or going into KBK with 30 million? There will be a slight power increase because I will work on tech. I still have a little bit of work to do on my battle tech, my normal, just regular battle tech, and I likely will train a little bit as well because the training speed ups won't do me any good. Whether in KBK or not, so I'll likely train a little bit too. Abusadas, MGE, Archer, Leadership, Cav, Infantry. I thought it was Archer, Infantry, Cav, Leadership. I thought Leadership was before Infantry. Or Leadership was before Archers. But I guess not. Oh, we'll see. Ryan Halverson, Drago, since 1075 KBK is postponed, are you going to focus on getting this account to a better state before the next KBK? Yes, but again, it's still going to be within the rules of what we were setting up. So this will be a free-to-play account in a sense that it will be not any like max legendary commanders, not spending on it. There won't be any crystal tech bought when the time comes, that kind of thing. That will still all be the same. An extra 2 weeks will be nice to stockpile a little bit more on the speed up front. That will help. And it will also give me time, like you see right now, for me to go around to all these free Guardian XP kills, and that's it. Vision, there are so many mega whale spenders in this game like Baba, but there's not that many, to be honest. Guys, the players like Baba and Phantom and Maverick and stuff, that's like a percentage of 1%. There's not many of those out there. Free-to-play players and low-spending players, that's 90% of this game. Do you want to know? So, I haven't been given this information, or I don't have any reports to back this up. But do you guys want to know what the biggest money-generating pack bundle is for Rise of Kingdoms? If y'all had to guess. Can I make a poll? I can make a poll. Let's make a poll. Let's make a poll. Let's involve the chat. In your opinion, what bundle makes Rock the most money? Is it Call of the Ancients? Whoops. Wait, what? What's happening? It won't let me do it. Oh no, what's happening? Why won't it let me do that? Why won't it let me do that? It's not letting me type things. There we go. It's not. Let me do it. Okay, cancel the poll. Okay, is it Call the Ancients? Is it... Ooh, donation. Or no, membership. Spartacus, welcome to becoming a member of the channel, my friend. You get that nice, big, juicy dragon alert for your efforts. Thank you very much for joining, man. Appreciate that. Is it Fate Changer? Is it Call of the Ancients? Is it War Machine? Or is it the Daily Bundle? Gem Supply would also be a good option, but it's not it. So, and again, I have no data to back this up. None whatsoever. Just, so I'm a business person. Before this life, before this streaming life or gaming life or whatever, I was in sales and sales management, business to business interactions, big meetings, that kind of thing, big corporate American meetings. Hence my ability to basically ramble on and talk for hours on end. You have to look at a couple factors. How often is a bundle purchased? How much does it cost? And what is the likelihood of anybody particular buying that bundle? And also, what's the availability? What's the availability of that bundle to the populace? So again, we've got people saying Fate Changer. We've got people saying Call the Ancients. Writer of History, which is a great bundle, best bundle in the game. Gem Supply, things like that. War Machines actually got put up there. Geared Up is also a great one to put in there. But I think, so here's the biggest money generating, in my opinion, the greatest money generating bundle in the game is this right here. It's the daily. It's the daily purchase. Couple reasons. Again, we just talked about it. So in the game, so say we have the whole Rise of Kingdoms community at a pie. What percentage of that pie is free to play or low spending? Okay. I would say 90%. If I had to take a guess, I'd say 90% are low spending players in the game. Free to play to low spending. Free to play to low spending players in the game. We just saw 100 million accounts be the number that Rise of Kingdoms put out as a count. New subscriber, Farzal Aliancia. Welcome to the stream. To me, it's the daily, because say it's 90% low spending and / free to play players. Even if we're really talking in reality, let's say, and again on the video I made about that video that Rise of Kingdoms made, I said it was probably more like 50 million are active players. The rest of them are farm accounts and players that made an account and then stopped playing after 3 or 4 days or whatever, right? It's probably more accurate to be about 40 million accounts. Let's just say, again, 90% of that is free to play / low spending. That means that 40 million players in the game are low spending or free to play. And let's say of that 90%, let's just say 10% get the $5 bundle in a day. Well, 10% of 90, if it's 50 million players, it's 50 million or 40 million players, is 4 million people. 4 million people buy the $5 bundle. That's $20 million off the daily bundle. Just from somebody buying the $5 daily bundle. We just kind of assumed that the bigger player, like say, put me for example, right? Like I spend a few grand a month into the game. Say I buy Call of the Ancients twice. And say 1% of the population in this game do that. So 1% of 50 million players is 500,000 players. And Call of the Ancients is a $300 pack, $375 pack. Let's just call it 400 to round it out. We can do the math. So it's not nearly as much. It's not nearly as much. This is the most money making. Why do you think that whenever they made, because the daily bundle didn't used to be a bundle, it used to be 3 separate purchases that totaled $6, not $5. When they made that adjustment to turn it into a $5 bundle, which effectively basically cut the cost of it by $1 for everybody, right? And then they took it away. They said, okay, the bundle's gone. We're back to buying it as a single Treasure of the King, Treasure of the Warrior, Treasure of whatever, right? The uproar was insane. People were like, wait, that was a good value. I want to buy the daily bundle now because it's only $5 a day. And you can wrap your head around, as a low spending player, $5 a day to help get a legendary commander maxed. That puts me at $150 a month. If you have a family, that's a couple times a month eating out. If you're single, that's a night or two out at the bar or at the club. And you can wrap your head around, hey, that's a trade-off I can make. You'll probably still go eat, and you'll probably still go to the club or the bar. But in your mind, you're like, well, I could trade this off. I could kind of, I can make this work, and I'm not really spending anything. And that's why that bundle, to me, is probably the highest generating money for Rise of Kingdoms. In my opinion, that's what I think it is. Again, haven't seen any analytics. I don't have any inside information on Lilith's, transactions or anything. Andrew says there are far less free-to-play players than people think. And again, they would be low spenders. I guarantee you they're low spenders. They're not medium spenders. They're not high spenders. They're not uber whales like, again, the Phantoms and the Babas in the world, that kind of thing. Skywalker says, oh, you are meaning what players are buying more and what is bringing them more money. Yes. And Spartacus says daily bundles most likely because it gets shopped a lot. Exactly. So that daily bundle has the best of all the worlds. It's frequently bought. You can buy it every day. It's available at a lower cost, $5. So it puts it in that majority of people that can afford to buy it rank. It needs to be purchased quite a bit to max a commander from the dailies. You're talking 3 to 4 months to max a commander from daily purchases every single day. It's also random. So one day you'll get 10 sculptures from 3 chests. The other day you'll get 2 sculptures from 3 chests. So it's got that kind of gambly appeal, which again, to any player, whether they're low spending, free to play or whatever, that's enticing. You have the opportunity to get a good value. That's why gambling is so addictive. And that's kind of a little bit of a form of gambling if you think about it. Don't forget the whales with 10 plus accounts buying. Yeah, exactly. See, yeah, that's true. But again, that's not, very, very many players that do that. Like, I don't do that. I don't buy it 4 times a month. I buy it twice a month whenever it pops up. I know a whale with 150 million accounts, and he literally pays people money to farm for his account. It's against terms of service, but yeah, you can do that. Just don't get caught. What happened to 254 556 KBK? I've talked about that for the last 2 hours. Lilith decided, with their current algorithm for matchmaking, that because of the power that was inside of these kingdoms that registered for Strife of the Eight, that it was just too difficult to put them all together on a single map. So they said, no matches found. And now you got to do it again next week, or next cycle. Astronomer, another good point. Vision, he low-key nice, though, gives most of what his farmers farm for him to friends. That's good, too. Spartacus, any idea if they'll be adding newer commanders into it? Yes, so if you're in a newer kingdom, your daily chest doesn't look like mine. So this is Kingdom 75. Here you go. So Kingdom 75. Switch. All right, so I have all the way up to Tamiris and Constantine, Edward, Saladin, Alex, Genghis. I have all these commanders available to me. If you're a brand new Kingdom Season of Conquest, you don't have that available to you. You don't has that. I would like to see statistics, to be honest. I agree. I guarantee it's a lot closer than people think. I know there are such few whales, but some buying that bundle twice a week. That's 7. Again, but we're talking hundreds of dollars, Sky. If 4 million players, 3 million players buy the daily chest, I mean, that's 20 million or $15 million. A lot of whales need to spend $770 a week. And that's a week. You have to divide that by 7 to equal the number that I just came up with for the daily. So that's why I'm saying that one does it. That one does it. I did have an XP rune, but there's not one here. I haven't made a new one yet. I haven't turned a Guardian into a Rune yet that gives me XP bonus. Yeah, Lilith got me, Uncle B. Heracles, that's what I was saying though. Yeah, once one drops, I will definitely get it. Building speed. Yeah, I wanted to do that as a bundle, but, or a poll, but for some reason, poll wasn't working. Did you know that Sora was in 829 with the FFA KBK? I did not. He's in 75 now. I didn't have any problems with 829. 855 broke the free-for-all, though. Uncle B, me too, man. I'm an 846. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it would have been nice. Now you're screwed. Really, you're screwed. Because you got no choice next KBK. Lager beer. We need some Leo in daily. Maybe AT and Art too. I think Takeda. I think Attila's in. I don't. No, I guess not. How did I get that? Yeah, it would be nice. Plot twist. Drago runs Lilith. If I ran Lilith, things would be a lot different. But some things would be the same. Uncle B, Sora is a girl. She's my favorite rock person ever. That's awesome. Yeah, Sora seemed nice. She tried to get in on my Guardian action over here. The problem was she's 100 million power. And I'm already insta-killing these Guardians with my T4, so when she got close to it, it's like they just instantly disintegrated whenever she came close to them. No, Sora is right next to my city, or at least she was. Which is exactly where she... No, I was kidding. Dirty Dan Gaming, becoming a member of the channel, my friend. Welcome to the family. Appreciate the support. You're the best. The Silent One, how'd you get 2 billion resources so fast? Well, it's 2 billion of each, except for gold. And 5 different alliances in K75 has whipped up a bunch of donations to help me out. That's exactly how that happened. All right, so these ones are done. Let's see what else we got. I think this one needs to get done. Yeah. Just snaking my way through all the Guardians. They need to add an infantry skin. They do. Crypt Keeper, I 100% agree. Infantry just getting the shaft. Only unit specifics are Archer and Cav, or just take away the unit specified boosts and make it for all units. Well, they have that. That's Persian Dream, but again, it's inferior because it's 3%. Love the new setup, Drago. Thank you very much, Dirty Dan. Appreciate you. And again, appreciate you joining as a member. Can't tell you how much. Everybody who joins as a member, can't tell you how much that means to me. Appreciate you so much. I hesitate to read Loxus's messages because usually it has to do with him trying to feed me T1. I hate it so much. But he said, if Drago ran Lilith and didn't give at least 50 gold heads a week, we will need to have a talk. With some salty emotes. Aaron, I have $35 to spend on rock. What should I spend it on? Looking at daily special offer for a few days. Yes and no. Definitely the gem supply is 100% $10 of that. I would definitely look into getting... So, on the supply depot, getting the materials. So right now I'm getting the materials, the speed ups, and the gem supply. This is to help me catch back up to what I should have as a free-to-play player. Or low-spending free-to-play player. $10 for the gem supply, $5 for the materials materials daily 7-day supply, and the speed ups are not bad. I would also look at maybe getting, when we're talking about some of the new bundles that come out for the specials, those tend to be pretty high value. Those are definitely good as well. If you haven't bought the King's Coronation bundle, maybe save up for a couple months and buy the bigger parts of the King's Coronation bundle. That's one of the best values in the game. We need a leadership skitty scan. Yeah, that should be pretty good. That might be OP, though. It might be slightly OP. Silent One, how's my tech looking? It's the same as it was the other day. I haven't put much into tech because I'm kind of waiting for an event to come around. But let's take a peek. So the other thing is I don't have many speed ups to use. I got to use universals. Economy tech's kind of rough. I've got maxed out combat tactics to herbal medicine, maxed out cartography. I need to do work on my cav and infantry single techs, and I'm currently working on medical corps, combined arms, and encampment as well. Idea here is to get all 3 of these to at least 8 or 9 out of 10, and then get Woot Steel, Scutum, Stirrups, and Plate Armor to 9 out of 10. That's the play. That's my plan. I want to have that set, so when I go into Crystal Tech for KBK, I'll be building on top of a pretty solid foundation. Skywalker, I can't get past the math being used here. What are you talking about? If only 1% of rock is buying Call the Ancients twice, when it's out of 31 million a pop. Dude, what? You're crazy. Okay, look. You're making me stop my stream to do math for you. One sec. Let me finish these. Here, I'll use my phone so we don't have to worry about it. Here we go. We assumed that 50 million accounts are active. 1% of 50 million is 500,000, correct? I believe that's correct. We times that. Well, first off, we need to calculate the actual number. So you said it's 700 and what? Where do we say it is? 770? But again, that's every week, Skywalker. That's every week. Or every 2 weeks. I'm sorry, every 2 weeks. The daily bundle is every day. You have to divide that number by 14. Or multiply the daily supply chest number by 14 to get the number. You don't get to call the Ancients every week. It's every 2 weeks. Again, let's do the math. Let's do the math. So again, if we said, let's just say again, we said 4 million players buy the Call of the Ancient, or the daily bundle every day. So 4 million times 5 is 20 million. Times that by 14. That's $280 million. That's $280 million in 2 weeks. Call of the Ancients is nowhere near that. 500,000 players times, and again, we're all using random numbers here. Who knows what's right? But 500,000 players buying Call of the Ancients every 2 weeks times 770. That equals $385 million. But you got to divide that by hold on. 500,000 times 770 is 385 million in 2 weeks. Is that right? Oh no, we did 400. We did 400,000. 4 million. 400,000 times 770. That's 308,000. Their profits are public. Yeah, they're a publicly traded, well, not a publicly traded company, but it's all online. But there's no breakdown of it. And again, all these numbers are random and randomly generated. I still think it's a daily. Mark Sight, thank you very much. 100,000 scripters? What do you mean? Heracles, Drago, I want to start again to play this game. You should think that I must start through jump. Well, that's the best way to get a head start, for sure. Well, Skywalker does it pretty easily, yeah. Uncle B, think it's safe to say Lilith makes billions of dollars? No, no. Tens of billions? No. After expenses, they're not that high up. I don't think. I think they roughly average, from what I've seen on things that have been posted, which who knows, it's the internet, right? But 50 to 100 million a month on average for raw revenue. That's before costs and everything else. Who knows? Who knows? I'm not sure how the KBK conversation turned into that, but yeah, that's kind of what it is. Dirty Dan, any thoughts on the PC version releasing? New features, battle mechanics? I'm hoping so. I'm actually, here's what I'm hoping for, Dirty Dan. I'm hoping for a different perspective, a different view while fighting. So instead of it being top down, like right now it's top down, what if it were third person or first person or I don't know. I mean, there's a bunch of different ways this could go. There's a bunch of different ways that it could go. But I'm looking forward to, hopefully, not having it be a brand new game. That's step one. Please don't make that Rise of Kingdoms 2. Please make that Rise of Kingdoms PC version. Right? Please don't not let me use my accounts on the PC version. That'd be a big deal. Vision, it depends on the performance. It depends on the performance as if I'll use the PC version or not. The iPad that you're watching right now is fully capable of playing this game no problem. Now, in big KBKs at the very beginning, open of Kingsland or any major pass opening, sometimes it struggles a little bit, but that's more to do with the server side than it is to do with the iPad. So it depends on performance. It really depends on performance. Lionel, first person and third person doesn't make any sense. We have 5 or more marches. Well, that's the thing. Maybe again, it's a different. If it's a different game, maybe that will be the idea: is to make you be able to be your own commander, and kind of turn it into an MMO experience. I wonder if that's the play. Was my thought. Silent One, which commanders are you planning to use for the coming KBK? We've got Minna, we've got Pelagius, we've got Sun Tzu, we'll have Baybars, and we'll likely have Ethelfled. I am working on Saladin to be part of that rotation as well. I would likely pull Pelagius as a primary, or make Pelagius primary, Saladin secondary, or something like that. I would prefer to have Saladin primary in this case, and use him with Ethelfled or something like that. I don't know, we'll see. But there's definitely an avenue for us to have some good commanders for this upcoming KBK to get our 30 million kills. I'm hoping for a completely different server that's more free. Rflex, come on, man. Why would they add another expense from a server standpoint and a creation standpoint and a maintenance standpoint to make it more free to play? This is a business. This is a business. They're in the business of making money. That doesn't make any sense that they would do that. Why don't you ask for justice so you can get more march speed? Because I don't want to be a burden. That's really it, Silent One. Like, I thought about it, but I'm like, there's probably somebody running forts somewhere, generating action point potions for an alliance. That would make much more sense to get justice than me killing guardians, you know? That's kind of where my thought process went. How about your YSG? Mark C. I could go 5511 on my YSG, and that wouldn't be bad. I'm still noodling through exactly how I want to do these. I'm going to have to do the math and go from there. Oh no. It'd be amazing to have a kingdom that's completely free to play, though. How amazing would it be, though, really? No gold chest to help you get speed ups, to get books, to get gems, to get VIP points, to get anything. And what kind of KBK would that be? Everybody fights for 20 minutes and then calls it a day? Like, what? I don't know how fun that would be. I mean, the idea, I guess, is cool. There would be no... I mean, the only experience would be for you to do the PvE events, which everybody has made perfectly clear are redundant and nobody likes to do them anymore. So, I don't know. I don't know. Spartacus, if you make 30 million kills with that account, then you should triple that in your main. Well, I do that. I do 80 to 100 million. I do 80 to 100 million kills on my mains every KBK. And I lose anywhere between 6 and 10 million troops every KBK. So you're spot on, Spartacus. Oh, there's 25. I knew there was a 25 around here somewhere. Well, Skywalker, you're trying to irritate me. That's what he's trying to do. You underestimate the profitability of a good free-to-play PC game. Are they going to charge $50 for this PC version? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Are they going to charge $50 for the PC version of Rot? Because that's the only way it could be profitable. I'm assuming it was going to be free. Just like the app. I assumed it was going to be free. Because BlueStacks is free. Like, their competition is emulators, and those are free. So, I'm curious to see what their business model is going to be. Since we're all talking about stupid ideas, why don't they remove all in-app purchases? Stupid idea. Terrible idea. Did that 25 just disappear, or did I actually kill it? It just disappeared. That son of a bitch. That level 25 just straight up disappeared right in front of me. Maybe if you could use Saladin and YSG for pairing, just my opinion. 5511 or both. Mark Sight, I can't use a Saladin 5511. I have to have 5551. It's either 5551 or nothing. Loxus Kusunoki YSG Drago style. Yeah, I've done that too. Let's see. Jesse James. Jesse Jamie? Hey Drago, for KBK HA, what is good amount of action points? Marauders is coming up soon, and I want to be sure to have enough AP for KBK. Well, that's for free to play. Depends on if you're spending on Crystal Tech. So if you're not spending anything on Crystal Tech, I don't know. That's why I'm actually doing this project. Because I just buy my Crystal Tech on all my other accounts, so it doesn't really faze me. I've got 400,000 action points, and I've been told that's going to be sufficient to get me to where I need to be, but I don't truly know. Generally, I recommend people have 2 to 250,000 action points going into any season of Conquest KBK, but that's just a general recommendation. I don't know exactly, which is why we're doing this project. Because I'm spoiled and I buy my Crystal Tech. Maybe if you could just use Saladin and YSG for pairing. I already answered that one. What's my Charles at? It's basically 5511. It's 5411 right now. Blia says 400,000 AP ain't enough. Well, we're going to find out. Well, at least the other 90% would have fun in KBK1 for once. KBK1 is no fun for any free-to-play player. Depends on the KBK. I mean, there's always going to be 100 million whale floating around, you know, in KBK1. But again, the only way free-to-play have fun is if they're fighting other free-to-play. Like, you can't put the option to spend into the game and expect free-to-play to be able to have an equal experience. It's just not going to happen. That's the whole point. People want to pay so they can have that better experience. And the game gives them that option. And again, the reason they do that is because they are a business. They are not in the business of giving away free stuff. Stockholders would riot. All right, where am I going next? This one looks as good as any. You prefer Clash of Clans or Rise of Kingdoms? Rise of Kingdoms. I played Clash of Clans for a little bit. I never spent a single dime on it. It was okay, not great. Does Fortnite charge $50? No, they don't. But they have in-game purchases that everybody's saying is not free to play, right? You just said make a free-to-play game. How's it? They have in-game purchases. There's got to be money somewhere. You got to have the money somewhere. It's either upfront as a subscription model or in-game microtransactions. That's what Fortnite is. Here's a bunch of skins that make you look like a freaking stormtrooper. Go shoot stuff. Okay, cool. People buy that. Here's a season pass so you can get extra rewards. Okay, buy it. That's money. That's money. Money doesn't generate without something for it. I'm on Duke. Oh, I have Justice. Why did y'all give me Justice? So nice. I still feel dirty with Justice. Thank you though, whoever did it. Are you going to buy Crystal Tech on this account? David, no. That's the whole point. Not buying Crystal Tech on this account, playing KBK as a free-to-play, non-spending Crystal Tech player, and getting 30 million kills. That's the play. Crypt Keeper, infantry-based, but if these soon-to-be new commanders coming out are crap, I want to pair another archer with YSG. I have Tommy Art, Ramsey Cyrus available. Thinking Tommy with her poison debuff. The problem is YSG is a rage-generating machine. I've had that same issue. This is the way I've gotten around it. I paired Artemisia with YSG, and I've paired Cyrus with Ramses. And then I put Tommy behind an infantry, like Alex or Charles. And it works beautifully. Because the rage generation is slower, it's tankier, so that debuff is going to be around for a lot longer. And the only thing you lose is like 30% attack on archers if you go infantry. It works beautifully. JT, these cats asking for more free-to-play have no respect for the hard work put into developing a game. Yeah, man, it's not even that. Like, you know, everybody's entitled to their opinion, right? It's just this is the world we live in. We don't live in a utopic world. We don't. We live in the world of get ahead of the other person. We live in the world of if you have money to spend, you will have an advantage. That's just, again, that's the world we live in. Better or worse, that's where we live. Until the world becomes utopic, where there is no currency for the world anymore, and everything is just given away for free. And I don't know how that world would work, but it's there. You have to rely on the goodness of human nature, and I think time and time again, history has shown us that the goodness of human nature sometimes can get outweighed by the not so goodness part of us. And somebody will want power, somebody will want to control, and that will lead to bad things happening. In the meantime, capitalism in general is the best way to go about it, even though it's probably one of the worst things invented. It's probably the best way to not have. Okay, we're going way off. We're going way off base here. Let me scale back. Damn, how can I get 200,000 action points each KBK? Well, it's actually not too bad. It's not impossible. It's not impossible, I'll say that. Running forts and having maximum space between KBKs, running forts nonstop 24/7 with your entire alliance, you will get there. People need to understand that this is a business and not a charity. Riot also makes money via league from... yeah, I mean, there's tons of different things. You know why they have 10 times the player base? Because it's free to play. It's not free to play. Apex is free to play? No. You got to buy some of the commanders. Or you got to buy some of the things to use. It's like $20. Then there's cosmetics. Then there's all these other things. Should free-to-play invest in Tamiris? Yes. 5 something 5 Tamiris is certainly usable for a free-to-play player. Just got to get lucky. Just got to get lucky. Yeah, it's not even that. Like, I don't want to disrespect free-to-play players in this game. I mean, that's, again, the majority of the players in the community, and most people, you know. But again, guys, you just said it, Arflex. The meaning of free-to-play means that you can't pay for an advantage. If you have the Battle Pass in Fortnite, which costs money, and somebody who doesn't have the Battle Pass in Fortnite, because they didn't spend that $10, they have an advantage. They have the better stuff. It's not all cosmetic. It's not all cosmetic. You have better stuff. Okay. How many marches are you going to use to fight? Call it. 5. I think I'm going to use 5. I think I can get to 5. May I ask if you're going to go entirely free to play this KBK? Him KJ. I will not spend a dime on Crystal Tech. I could have swore there was some kind of weapon that you got in the Battle Pass for Fortnite or Call of Duty Warzone or whatever. Andrew, yes, it is extremely addictive. I did not go into this game expecting to pay as much as I paid. Five one Saladin and Bay Bars, CM and Ethelfled, and 5111 Guan and Sun Tzu. I don't think you have better options for this KBK. 5 marches is crazy expensive in speed ups. But I need to use 5 marches to get 30 million kills, I feel like. If I had Attila Takeda, I would have 1 march and 1 set of equipment. I feel like that's not the case, but I'll trust your judgment on that, guys, with the free-to-play stuff. Can just see you city hopping, taking negative 20-1 trades. It's not going to be that bad, guys. I promise. It's not going to be that bad. It's all cosmetic. It's not like this skin gives you plus 10% damage. There isn't an in-game advantage. Okay. Well, I mean, what's the cosmetic version in Rock, I guess, is what I would say. Can you check in-game chat for a bit? I've sent SC. I don't Shattered, I don't open my in-game chat during stream because it opens up so many possibilities for toxic stuff. So I try not to open up my in-game chat. Plus, there could be things that are used, you know. Speaking of which, I need to figure out a way to get that thing covered. Avatar frames, really. Those are paid for currently in the game. I feel like more marches is more attack power. Exactly. But we'll see. I mean, maybe I need to consolidate. We'll see how it goes. I personally think the if I only use 2 or 3 marches, it's going to be so hard to get 30 million kills in any KBK. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Real problem is using epics is Attila's. I will dodge every Attila I see. I will never swarm an Attila with this account. If I do, it's totally on accident. It's really bad. Drago, I'm a free-to-play infantry field fighter. Should I make the dagger or coin for first legendary accessory? Dagger. But again, if you're free to play, how much other legendary gear do you have? I personally would rather have 2 or 3 legendary armor pieces. I take that back. I meant not the armor. I meant to say I would personally rather you spend your coins on one of the city skins than having one of the KBK accessories. They are unique. I love spending on an accessory over spending them on maybe an upgrade on some of the armor pieces, because you can have epics that are procced that are almost or just as good as the legendary armors. But if you don't have the skill damage city skin, for instance, you would rather, to me, you should rather have that than the dagger, for instance. Wait, what if someone gifted you the battle pass on Fortnite? So are you free to play because you didn't spend anything? I mean, don't craft legendary accessories free to play. That's David, you got it. Mustafa, to be honest, Drago, the newest commanders did the same damage as Attila Takeda in open field. Yeah, kind of. And again, I'm going to have to pick my battles, guys. I'm going to have to. And there's going to be some negative trades. There's going to be some even trades. There's going to be some positive trades, too. I just need to pick what I'm doing. That's all. My experience with this kingdom, it's better to have 5 marches that are decent instead of 2 that are great. I know that's not the norm, but here you never really fight alone here. Well, that's true. That works out a lot. MH Loxus, Mark, does your Saladin William use Shadow Clone Jutsu? Jose Hernandez Munoz. For free-to-play, I would say City Skin, Accessory, Material, Gold Heads. Yes. Pedro Henrique, you don't need they suicide himself, attack you. Great trades for them. Sometimes I took 50,000 severely wounded while running away. Yeah, so that's... If I had the sculptures, I would just max Attila Takeda, and I would watch bye shave his head, because that would be a guaranteed 30 million kills, 100%. I don't have the sculptures, and most free-to-play players don't have Attila Takeda maxed. Let me ask you this: do most free-to-play players have Attila Takeda maxed? I don't think so, right? Madness, I would still take the skill damage skin if you don't have it. Guerrilla type warfare can be fun as hell. Get people wasting ports. That's the idea. Yep, that's the idea. Nebu YSG or Artemisia YSG for free to play. So 2 really expensive commanders, legendary commanders, or two really expensive legendary commanders for free to play. Kristaps. Nebu and Artemisia are both MGE commanders. They're both found in the Legendary Tavern, all of which are paying. You gotta pay to win or to get. If you need more of a garrison help, go Artemisia. If you need more rally or open field help, go Nebu. Do you think 846 will kick 75? Well, right now that's not a possibility because that KBK is suspended. David Lammers. Still not worth for free-to-play to max AT. I disagree. I disagree with that. For free-to-play, that's really, to me, the only reliable way to get 30 million kills without having to stockpile AP, stockpile 50 different things. You could consolidate all of your gear down to one good set. You could have almost all purple gear on Attila Takeda. Maybe sprinkle in a Heroic Anthem accessory in there if you want to. Sprinkle in the lanes. Sprinkle in a March Speed accessory if you can't get a Heroic Anthem one. If you can maybe get one legendary piece in there, maybe make it the helmet, something like that. You could do very well as a free-to-play with Attila Takeda. But again, you can't sit there and be free-to-play and have really good gear on all your pairs. You either focus on one, like Attila Takeda, or like me, because I can't max Attila Takeda right now, I spread it out. No, as a free-to-play, I don't have maxed AT. We focused on utility commanders. That's what I thought. Well, that's what I recommend on this channel, to be honest. You can get your kills goal by joining rallies and in particular city zeroing. Muhammad, problem, because again, you have a valid point. Problem is, as a free-to-play player, most of them don't have millions of troops to spend. And as a part of rallies, you generally don't get too many kills. Or part of garrisons, you generally don't get too many kills. You get a fraction of what's killed, and say there's 500,000 say there's 500,000 kills done during a rally, severely wounded in kills, right? And you contributed 3% of the total amount of troops that were in that rally. Well, you get 3% of 500,000, which would be like, I don't know, 17,000, 17. I don't even know. My mental math is broken at this point after all the conversations we've had. So it's not very many. It would require a lot to get 30 million. And you're losing those troops. Whereas open field, you're not losing them. If you've got the resources, you can bring them back to life. Lord Peter, welcome to the stream, buddy. You have Alex and YSG maxed, right? Taking rally brings most kills. Taking rally. Take a rally as a free-to-play 30 million player. You'll get a decent amount of kills, but that's all you'll get. And decent amount won't be 30 million kills. I have 18 max, but I have 250 attack for Cav, but 120 health, which is better. I mean, it depends on what you lose to get the 120 health. I have to see your gear. I just have to see your gear. I'm still on them adding a spaceship to the game. But don't get swarmed in any KBK with Crystal Tech as a yeah, exactly. David Lammers. 100%. Dodge the swarm. That's 100% going to be the play. That is 100% going to be the play. Free to play Max YSG, Max Alex, Max Trajan. Done. I would say Max Alex, Max YSG, 5551 Saladin, 5551 William. Done. That would be my go-to. How can I show you my gear? Kanata. In the description below, I have a Discord ID. Let's go ahead and friend me on the Discord. Send me a picture of your stuff. Or just secretly feed T4 Siege. We're not feeding. We're not feeding. I don't feed. I don't feed any troops. T1, T4, Siege, non-Siege, does not matter. Siam, you can get Trajan as a free-to-play, and I do generally recommend that you get some flavor of Trajan because that buff is really helpful to the other players in your alliance and coalition, etc. But don't max him. I would say 5511 would be perfectly fine. Drago, KBK in 75 is canceled. Yes, it's canceled. Lilith decided they couldn't come together with a matchmaking for 75, 846, 556, etc., with 46 kingdoms involved. We talked about it earlier in the stream. It's just a hot mess. Skywalker, bro, just get Attila Takeda on the account. You will get 30. I just said that. I don't have the gold heads to get Attila and Takeda. And I don't even have Takeda unlocked. I've only got Attila unlocked. And yeah, that's why I asked earlier, does a typical free-to-play player in Season of Conquest have Attila Takeda maxed? Typical. I said earlier, if you have Attila Takeda, even as a free-to-play player, as long as you got a decent set of equipment for him, which again you can do as a free-to-play player, if you consolidate all your gear for your Attila Takeda only, you will get 30 million kills, 100%. It's the easiest thing in the world to do. Like, I know Chisco did a video the other day where he was like, commanders you should have in Season of Conquest to get the most kills, or whatever it was. It should only have been a one pairing video. Attila Takeda. That's it. How can free-to-play get 30 million kills? easy, guaranteed. Have Attila Takeda. And make the equipment for him. He's level 25. Duckster. Attila Takeda does so much normal and counterattack damage, you don't need to sit there and wait for a skill cycle to go off or anything. You just hop out of a city, start hitting somebody, and then when they turn around to hit you, just pop back in the city. You've gotten about 3,000 to 5,000 severely wounded on your target. He's turned around and given you 300. That's how you do it. It's the easiest thing in the world. If a free-to-play player wants to get 30 million kills without having to worry about anything, max Attila Takeda. That will get you your 30 million kill achievement in KBK every time. David Lammers, I'm free to play and have T5 with 5 purple geared marches, plus some legend. It's a grind, but now it's fun. Yeah, and again, it takes a long time to get there. You probably are in a very good alliance as well. And how long have you been playing is the other thing. You've probably been playing for a little while. Caleb Shaw, once you get to Season of Conquest, Richard is easy melted, maybe even KBK 3. Yes, that's correct. I'd say you're right. First time Season of Conquest. KBK 3, he's still pretty tanky, especially considering you don't even have Guan, access to Guan in KBK 3. So, what is the minimal investment on Attila and Takeda? Maxed in 5551. Attila maxed and Takeda 5551. Captain Stinkfist, what is the best equipment for AT? You want to go for this purpose? You actually want to kind of have a balanced approach. Because again, you want to cause the maximum amount of damage, and you don't really need to worry about survivability and stuff because you're not going to be out there getting hit. Although you can, if you want to do that route, you can go a little bit more defense and health based, let a bunch of people be hitting you for a few seconds, and then go back in. And again, your normal and counterattack damage is so good, especially your counterattack damage, that it just makes the trades even. But you're getting 5 times the value. You should name this stream Max Your Attila Takeda. If you're a free-to-play player and want 30 million, that is what it should be. That is what it should be. Now, Nebu and YSG, Nebu Artemisia. Maybe not Nebu Artemisia. No, Nebu Artemisia is not bad. Nebu with one of the other premier archer commanders, same idea. You're very tanky with Nebu, and the fanned AoE is very strong. But again, you have to wait for the fan to go off and stuff like that, whereas Attila Takeda will cause that kind of damage without using a single skill. So if he uses his skills, it's even better. So invest 1,400 gold heads so you can get 10 from the achievement. Attila Takeda is a waste. Akir, again, people are asking how to get 30 million kills. They didn't ask if it was a good value or not. Just saying. Call Herald works too. Alloy's pretty good, but it's not quite Attila Takeda level. KBK 3 has Guan Kingdom 200 plus days or something. No. Where's Guan at? This commander can only be used in Season of Conquest Kingdoms. Right there at the top. Right there at the top. Season of Conquest Kingdoms. The only ones that will say AT is a waste either doesn't have Attila or has been zeroed by him too many times. I don't know about that, but it's a good point. Is being a free-to-play in Season of Conquest super grindy? Duckster, yes. If you want to actually participate, yes. Alex Herald gets me good. Alex Herald's another good one. I will say that. Alex Herald is another good one. I did a commander pairing spotlight on him earlier. Very, very good. Very, very good. All right, guys. I'll go ahead and wrap the stream up here. I think Skywalker needs to chat with me about something. That's why he's sticking around. Otherwise, he'd probably left by now. I hope you guys have all enjoyed the stream. It's been a little up and down. Topics all over the place, but that's what I love. You know, I love talking to you about all this stuff. Again, if you've missed any of the stuff, make sure you rewatch the stream. I'll try and get the timelines all set up for you after the stream's done so that you know where to go to for the different information. Other than that, hope you all had a blast. I know I did. Personally want to thank everybody who donated and became a member on the channel. Spartacus, became a member on the channel. I believe, let me see who else was. Who else became a member on the channel? There's at least one more. Let's see here. Dirty Dan Gaming, thank you very much. You hadn't talked in a few minutes, that's why I forgot your name. Thank you very, very much for becoming a member of the channel. There might have actually been one other one, too. Yeah, my activity feed for some reason is not populating today, so usually I got it all right there. But anyway, appreciate you all joining. Thank you again for the donations today. It has been a pleasure. Hope you all enjoy the rest of your day. And if you're in Canada, happy Thanksgiving. If you're in the rest of the world, happy Columbus/Indigenous People Day. And yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to hit me up on Discord. My ID is in the description below. Make sure you throw a like on the video before you take off and enjoy the rest of your day. And I'm going to grab some lunch really quick and maybe hop back in here and kill some more Guardians. I'll see you guys next time. Cheers. Have a good one. And take care. See y'all later. Have a good one.